on. Today's episode of the Just Drew podcast is Sarita Free. She is a mortgage broker. She's actually my mortgage broker and a huge reason why I own a house today. We do talk a bit about the housing market, but a lot of other things. So this one's a really great episode. She's very bubbly, very outgoing. And yeah, that's it. Today's cocktail is a Sarita Sunshine. You're gonna need a martini shaker for this one. You're gonna put a full ounce of orange juice, a half teaspoon of vanilla, and a half ounce of lemon juice. You're gonna shake this with ice. Find a nice fancy glass, put some ice in there, pour this drink over top, and then you're gonna top this with 1 ounce of gin and a splash of club soda. And then, you can garnish with an orange if you like. I actually like Tangelos. That's what I garnish this one with. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoy.
Hey you, you're listening to Just Drew, Just Drew, Just Drew.
Yeah. Well, I have a list of over 100, but we're just reaching out on like a month per month.
Yeah.
Scheduling like a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
That's the most we schedule, yeah.
Anybody else you know?
There's people in the works. Like we're trying to get Dan Einen on. He does like Fork and Pierogi. Yeah, but he took off to China with Ollie Denton, the artist. So they're touring in China.
Now?
They leave today. So he was gonna come on this week, and he wasn't sure. I was like, don't worry, just go to China, come back, message me.
So I took his spot. I'm gonna text him like I took your spot. Took your spot on the pod.
Well, he's going to China, so he's gonna have a great time.
That's fantastic for him.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. And then I was talking to Aiden, who's the brewmaster from Flux, but he's super slammed right now. Yeah, there's a lot. We have a large list.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm gonna listen to this.
Yeah, but you're one of like the pre-launched episodes, so pre-recorded episodes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. You were already on our list, but then Ash said, "Oh, Amy was talking to her and she knows about the podcast," and I was like, "Oh, let's have her on." And then we ran into each other at yoga. It was meant to be.
This is meant to be, seriously. Well, I'm gonna be on Amy's podcast too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Well, we got you first, so that's...
Yeah, you did. You guys got me first.
Ha!
I'm so excited.
All right, we're just going to move your mic.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah. So see how you want it like a fist from your face?
Okay.
And I've noticed, Drew, I did it underslung this time because the mic was blocking Jason's face. So
Is that okay?
yeah. See how
Yeah. I can hear myself.
the closer you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want it somewhat close.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Because then more...
That's why we have the headphones so you can hear yourself.
How it's coming through.
Yeah. This is it.
Wow.
This is it. All right. I know I'm going to annoy people because this is the 5th episode, but because we have a theme song I had a friend write. But because the podcast hasn't launched yet, this is a pre-recorded episode. You haven't heard it, so we'll play it for the 5th time for everybody else.
Oh my goodness, I want to hear it.
All right, hit it, Drew.
Hey you, you're listening to Just Drew, Just Drew,
This is good.
Just Drew.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is.
I love themes. I love theme songs. I love a themed party. I love yearly themes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the one.
That's so good.
So what have you been up to, Sarita?
Work.
Work.
I traveled a little bit in January, and I'm traveling in 2 weeks too.
For work?
It is for work, but it is a reward trip. So my corp, they give out awards every year, and one of the awards is a free trip. So I won a free trip.
Ooh.
And this is my 2nd year in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to the Dominican. We're leaving April 2nd. We're coming back the 6th. My work wife is coming with me. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Sun, sand. Might take a book. I am going to take my laptop because I take it everywhere. Because people buy houses on Friday nights, on Saturday mornings, right? So, it's kind of like a little job that doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that work? You're not a freelancer.
No.
You're part of a corporation?
Yeah, so how it works is we need to be tied to a brokerage to have our license to kind of operate.
Okay.
So I'm tied to a brokerage, but I'm still kind of like my own little individual island.
So work similar as a real estate agent.
Yeah,
Similar.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, I love what I do, and I feel like, I have colleagues that are in Toronto and, doing the same thing as me, but I don't know necessarily if they get that connection piece or if it's just kind of like a churn it out.
Mhm.
And I love all my clients, and I feel like it's just just in general, Norfolk County is just such a special little place. I think you guys know how much I love Norfolk County.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, I'm probably on the podcast today.
Of course, yeah.
Right?
It's a reoccurring theme.
Right? Is that
Yeah.
what everybody's saying when they're
Yeah.
on? Yeah.
And it was Drew's idea. Because I had a very mixed bag of guests, but he's like, hey, let's do all.
100 guests.
Yeah.
There's a long list. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, you gotta set your goals here. You gotta set the bar here.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely for that.
It was his idea to do all Norfolk, at least Norfolk people for the first bit.
Yeah.
And then kind of like, build a local kind of viewership first and
Following
go from
and
there.
people that are kind of known. Not that I'm known, but Amy's certainly known.
I think you're both knowing.
I
I think we're
yeah.
just grabbing like all the local icons.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you just call me an icon?
Yeah.
I'm like obsessed with this. You know what I will say? It's the craziest thing because we've lived here for about 15 years now. And as you guys know, my husband is a teacher at Simcoe Comp.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's seeing like 90 students a semester. And I always worked from home. And I really didn't know anybody. So whenever we would go out, it would always be like, he would know everybody. Hey, Mr. Lammers. Hey, Mr. Lammers. Hey, Mr. Lammers. Well, like I would say about a year ago, I knew I made it because I was in a restaurant and someone here locally, I was actually at the Blue, and someone came up to me and was like, "Are you Agent Sarita?"
It's like sounds like James Bond.
Yeah.
What?
It's free.
Yeah, that happened.
Sarita free.
Sarita free. And then Arian was just looking at me like, "Where are we right now? Who are you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I know people now." So it's been kind of surreal.
Yeah, even
Tables
Eric
up.
calls him because I think Eric had him as an art teacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Lammers.
He still calls him Mr. Lammers.
Yeah, no, it will never. Mr. Lammers,
Yeah.
Mr. Lammers, and it was nuts because I never knew anybody because I wasn't in mortgages. I haven't been in mortgages and real estate for long. I've only been doing this. This is going into my 5th year, but before that, I worked in marketing for about 15 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like really appreciating this logo and this setup. Like, this speaks to me. But I worked for a company, and our client was Microsoft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you think like, oh my gosh, that's like so cool. And I did get to work on some really cool accounts. Like, we did Xbox stuff. We did launches of like Office and Windows and Server's not as exciting, obviously, as Xbox and Halo and all that kind of stuff.
I'm just happy you know what Halo is.
I was gonna say.
Oh my
I
gosh.
hope she says Halo.
Guys, I love video games.
What?
I know. Is this like a hidden little thing?
I
that
didn't
you're
know
just
this
like-
either.
No,
Yeah,
that's news to me.
absolutely. Arian plays tons of video games, and I would just like to sit and watch, like Final Fantasies and whatever that dragon one's called. So I don't know, but all video games.
Yeah.
I have all, and this is just for me, and it's not cool. It's not Halo, but I have like every single Lego one for the old Xbox, like Harry Potter and
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Lego versions of
Yeah,
those
the Lego
games?
versions
Yeah.
of them. And when we first got together, he absolutely forbade me from signing up for World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Did I just say this on a podcast that's going to be published?
I've never been a PC gamer, although it's something I want to get into. But I'm a bit of a gamer. I'm a super Halo fan.
Oh,
So the
when
the TV show is very upsetting to me. But yeah,
when we
anyways.
were doing that account, we gave out games, we gave
Oh,
out
that's awesome.
controllers, we gave out like all sorts of
I
stuff.
used to go to like the midnight releases in the mall and wait to get the game.
Oh my goodness.
Back in high school, like when Halo 3 and 4 and all that stuff. was coming out.
Yeah, so little hidden thing I didn't
Oh,
think we were going
cool.
to touch on today, but
Very
yeah.
cool.
No, that's really cool. That's a plus for sure.
Yeah. So anyways, I worked from home in marketing forever, and my clients were in Seattle or Italy, or we worked with like Corp worldwide. So I never got to meet them in person. It was all online and, Teams meetings and that kind of thing. So doing mortgages now and being in real estate for 4 years, like really getting out there and meeting people in Norfolk, talking to people. It's honestly like my sweet spot. I wish I did a little bit sooner, to be quite honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I can tell now that you say you did marketing. I can tell. I can tell now just based on your social media.
I'm very
for-
particular about my social
Yeah, I was
media.
gonna
Yeah,
say the
it's-
branding's very.
Yeah. You know what? I worked on that branding. Well, actually, Eric did the logo for me.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, Eric. Obviously you did. So that was one of the first things that I concentrated on. I wanted the look to be cohesive, and I didn't want it constantly changing. Yeah, and I worked on that for like 6 months. Well, I mean, the first 6 months was probably a little slow with mortgages, but you know, I nailed that, and then away we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. How's the market right now? Because I'm out of the market.
Well, the market
Well,
right
I guess
now.
I'm in it.
Well, I mean, we're kind of like heating up a little bit because it's spring, so it has been busy. I have seen like a huge influx of clients the last couple of weeks wanting to get pre-approved, where their numbers are, like they want to be ready to go. Because I think the last 6 months with interest rates, people have just been waiting. People have just been like, okay, like if I have a home and I want to move, they just wanted to hold. But now it's definitely picking up again. For sure.
What is the interest at right now?
Well, I'm like a mortgage geek. What are we talking about? Are we talking about insured? Are we talking about more than 20% down? Like what? Are we talking about a cottage property? But no, like if you're a first-time home buyer, you're putting less than 20% down. It's an insured mortgage. You're looking at the high fours right now.
Okay, yeah, I think that's where we were.
Yeah.
I think we missed it by a day. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was a statutory holiday and the lawyers couldn't sign it.
Yes.
And we missed it by like
The
a
rate
percent.
hold.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. We would have had it at like 3 or really low.
Yeah.
But we got it at 4.
Yeah.
But the difference between 1% is a lot. It's like $400 a month,
Mhm.
which is insane.
Right now it's just it's tough, especially in Norfolk County, because we don't have apartments. We don't have, you know, little condos for like somebody who is just on a single income to qualify for buying a property on their own. Everything's coming with a yard. Everything's a single family dwelling. You know,
It's a house or nothing, essentially.
it's a house or nothing. It's a house or nothing. And qualifying on one income is hard, especially if you're a first time home buyer and looking to just get into the market.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
I have friends who have amazing jobs
yeah, making
working
90K
for like
a year.
more.
Yeah, more.
And that can't get a house.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's
then
terrifying.
and then they're like, "Well, what can I do to qualify?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, cosigner, more down payment. Some of those, let's, you know, not everybody has that." And then there are the ones that come across my desk where I'm like, "You have $1,000 truck payment. We need to talk about this because that's like a mortgage payment, right? Especially in Norfolk County. When I'm asking people what vehicles they have and what their assets are, I know when the file comes across my desk, and you know, after the first 10 minutes of talking to someone, okay, do you have a boat? Do you have a snowmobile? How many ATVs do you own? Okay, like
All the toys.
all the toys.
So I shouldn't buy a $130,000 truck if I'm trying to buy a house?
No, you should not do that. Okay, and
Well, you look so cool in
Yeah,
it.
you look
it's
so
cool.
cool.
But like,
Looking
I don't know,
really
is it going to
cool.
be lifted? Like, are we gonna, you know, like I don't know, like
It's gotta
maybe
be.
it's got to be. But yeah, I would just say if you want any kind of those toys, but at the same time you're looking to get into the market, close on your house first, then do those things. Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. You could go into like a car dealership or, you know, lease or like, you know, finance these, like, again, toys like snowmobiles and ATVs and all the things. You get that like this, but qualifying for a mortgage, it's like, and I'll tell you about the hardest mortgage I did last year that almost made me, I'll tell you what I can tell you. It almost made me quit. Okay. This was in December. I had to take a little break after this. Fantastic client comes across my desk, A+ credit score, multiple income streams, huge monster down payment of their own funds, mortgage of $117,000. It was the hardest time getting that mortgage done and qualified and getting a lender to like make sense of the file just because there were some particulars. But he could have walked into any car dealership and gotten a car for that amount of money with less paperwork and less hassle.
That's
Crazy.
wild.
It's wild.
So why are lenders, is it just because the market's so volatile? Like
Risk.
what's risk?
Risk. It's just risk.
Oof. Yeah, it was tough. Like going directly to the bank, like we were with TD,
Yeah.
they're like pretty much go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys are self-employed too, right? There's that self-employed component.
Oh, it's terrible.
And they're all just like,
it's
nah,
terrible. And I
nah.
can't write anything off
Yeah.
because I'm trying to show the most earned
Yes.
to get the most approved.
Yes.
So I'm paying maximum tax
Yes.
while trying to save while paying rent
Exactly.
as a freelancer.
As a freelancer and a first-time home buyer.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, your house.
Crispy.
Crispy. Oh, man. That, you guys were, like, I'm saying this on a podcast that's recorded, but you guys are, like, my favorite client. Like,
Aw.
honestly,
Oh,
you
no.
guys, I know. Sorry, guys. I don't know where I'm being filmed here, but they're my favorite. And I tell this to everybody. Like, when I go to your particular lender, when I go to events, I talk about you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got your folk hoodies, and I gave them to my lender reps.
Nice.
Yeah, the lender rep for your lender too. I think it's important that they know like about their clients and the people that I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like a huge reason. Well, we showed you that little clip, but it's like, yeah, we definitely
I know, you guys
would
are the
not have
best.
got a house. Yeah,
Yeah.
wouldn't have worked.
I mean, you don't always have to show as much income,
Mhm.
right? As you guys get further into your self-employment journey and get more numbers on paper, there are other ways when your mortgage comes up again that we can qualify you on self-employed income where you can pay lower personal taxes. You will pay a higher interest rate for your mortgage, but again, as rates come down, that we can do the numbers, but you'll save a whack in your personal taxes. Yeah, you'll pay more interest in your mortgage, but it won't compare. So
Oh, you'll save in the long run.
you'll save in the long run, absolutely. So there are other options, but it was different for you guys because you were so new and you know, we're trying to do all the things like save for the down payment and just kind of break into the market.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough time. I think Drew was kind of looking around. Remember, we were kind of looking at the same
Yeah.
time, and it was we would just go back and forth with each
It
other.
was a
like,
nightmare.
what
just
did you
like-
see this
I was
week?
putting bids in. I was so excited, and then all of a sudden, I got outbid by like $100,000. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
that market was crazy. You guys bought
That
it
was-
the
I want to vomit.
craziest.
During COVID, so people were
Craziest.
moving from the city and
Yeah.
either moving to stay here during COVID or just to buy and rent it out. So
Mhm.
we were getting beat out by, or I was talking about this with Amy, but people from Toronto, we would find out who bought it after.
Yeah.
And they're, I don't know what they do, but way more money than we did. And they would rent it out.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yeah, and
we live and work here and we
Well,
can't.
And that's why I'm so passionate about. Okay, when we moved here 15 years ago, because I'm just a little bit older than you guys, just a little,
what?
By like a year.
by like
Yeah.
a year. I'm
Yeah.
like
A few months.
very young. But all our friends of like our age that we met here, a lot of their friends, that like generation wanted to leave Norfolk and they wanted to go to Toronto. They wanted to go to the bigger markets like Kitchener, Toronto, my goodness, like Ottawa. But I'm finding our age range, they want to stay in Norfolk. They want to work here. They want to give back to the community. They want to make Norfolk great and see it reach its full potential. And I'm so passionate about helping first-time homebuyers here in Norfolk County get into places because you guys are the guys that are starting the businesses, adding to our community, like Juice Co, Seiza, goodness, the Folk, like
Jaro Spa.
Yeah.
exactly all these services that they have in the city that we don't have here, and we're just like making this little hub of awesome. So I'm very, very passionate about that, and that's actually one of the reasons that I am looking to be on. Well, I'm glad that I'm on this roundtable with Amy about affordability in Norfolk because I would really like to see some other kind of development and properties being built here that are more accessible for people, again, on a single income, young, first-time home buyers. Because, again, not everybody's going to want that monster house that's 700 plus. Like, who is buying that? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Not me.
Passionate about this.
Yeah, we can
Passionate
tell.
about this, okay?
Yeah.
I'm passionate about other things too, like the crispiness level of toast. Like I can go on about things I'm passionate about, but this is my wheelhouse right now.
Are you like a double toast? kind of person?
100%.
Yeah, Ashley
If it
is.
is not double toasted, it's bread. It's not toast. Just call it bread.
So do you get double, like if you go through a Tim Hortons line, you get a double toasted bagel?
100%.
Yeah.
I don't even care if there's some char on it. I
Yeah.
know you did it twice if there's some char on it.
Yeah, I don't mind
okay?
it.
I don't mind
You ever get a
it.
double toasted bagel at Tim's?
No, I don't
You
often
should
go to
You should
Tim's.
get it.
What?
Not a big Tim's
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing until I was like, can you make it like extra toasty? And they're like, so double toasted? I'm like, yes,
Yeah, they run it through
please.
twice.
Run it through. My toaster is cranked to the max.
Dang.
to the max.
Well, I would get those orders when I used to work at McDonald's in high school. There was like double toast my bun,
What?
English muffins.
I could tell you some wild stories, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, you worked at McDonald's as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Here in
Yeah, we're
Simcoe?
talking- No, Hamilton. So, Yeah, sorry, born and raised there.
I actually do love Hamilton too. You know this about me, right?
Elaborate.
I went to Mac. Just
Okay.
Honestly, the best. Santa brings my kids Mac.
For marketing?
No, I didn't. I actually went for art history.
Oh wow,
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so 2 artists in the home.
that might be the
I
hard
was gonna
drive.
say, do you hear those on the?
Yeah.
I hear it in real life. I don't know.
Do you want to Sorry, Sarita.
It's okay.
You can eject if you open Finder.
Not just from here.
Like bottom left. See, like Finder is like the main.
Yeah.
Click that, and
Yeah, I have one
then
open.
should bring up a window, and then eject the.
JDP.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, just eject it. Oh, Premier's over. We might have to close that first.
Oh no, it said
Did it eject?
it ejected.
Okay, that should be fine. Should be quiet now.
I can't hear anything.
I noticed it, but I didn't want to interrupt you, and I could see Drew looking, and I was.
Because I couldn't tell if you heard
It doesn't normally do that. Anyways,
I can't hear anything.
what were we talking
going
about?
off.
We're talking about Hamilton, how fantastic it is.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
Yeah, so we bought our first home in Hamilton because I loved it so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we lived at, it was not a fancy area, but it was gorgeous for us.
What part of the city?
Main and Sherman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
But our street ended at the escarpment, like anything like south or, right? So we were just shy of Gage Park.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, Hamilton, everything like one-way streets. If you time the lights, you can get from one end of the city to the other in like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
right from Westdale to Stony Creek.
Yeah, they designed all that because of Stelco and DeFasco.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because there was all like those were the main
shift workers.
employers
Yeah.
back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And so when their shift end, there's thousands of people trying to go back onto the mountain and elsewhere. So they made all these one ways to accommodate
Oh.
the factories.
That's probably why some of the access roads up the mountain are one way one time and one way another time
Yeah.
to accommodate for. Oh wow, that's so cool! I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hamilton's best.
My grandfather's I think it was DeFasco.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked there.
So you grew up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't move out here until I was like early, like 23 maybe.
And what made you move out here?
I was coming back from a gap year in Banff.
Okay.
I was working at Lake Louise, and I didn't want to go because I went from I left McDonald's to go
Yeah.
and get paid to snowboard essentially, which is awesome as a
What a rough
19-year-old, right?
life.
Living on my own
Oh,
for the first time,
man.
snowboarding, making money. It was great time. And so I didn't want to come back and go back to McDonald's. I wanted
Yeah.
something like equally as cool.
Yeah.
So my Aunt Candy actually was like, "Hey, what about that zipline place you did a while ago? Like, I bet you they're hiring." So I looked it up. They were applied. And then Ashley was like, "Well, I want to apply too." So we both applied, didn't tell them we were dating. We both got hired. She wrote my resume.
Sneaky.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Afterwards, we're best friends now, but my buddy Adam was the manager, and he's like, "Yeah, I could tell one of you wrote both resumes." But
These resumes look very similar.
but they didn't pick up on it until we started sharing a lunch at training. They're like, "Do you know each other?" They're like, "Yeah, we're actually dating, but we were worried you wouldn't hire
Just
us
a
if we
little
told you."
Just
so-
dating a little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
But we're only
We
a year
kiss
in,
sometimes.
year into dating. So.
How did you guys meet?
We met.
Tell us the love story.
Oh,
We
Has
met-
anybody? Have you told the love story on any podcast yet?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, this is the first. I
Oh.
can't wait.
we
Ooh.
met in grade school, like grade 7. So we were both
Aw.
like 12, 11 or 12 maybe.
I need an awe button.
I know. Like, oh, can we edit that in? Like,
I think
oh,
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Like,
I'll put it in there.
Do it. Just do it in post.
Yeah, we met really young.
yeah.
And then she became best friends with my cousin, who my cousin's more like my sister.
Yeah.
And we grew up around the block from each other. So
Yeah.
she would hang out with my cousin. I would see her all the time. She would come to like family events and stuff.
Yeah.
So like she was well versed with my family and cousins and parents well before we dated. So
That's so lovely.
yeah,
You guys are the cutest.
a good chemistry there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't date until college. First year.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you guys go to college together too?
We went to the same college,
What college?
Mohawk. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So, and then we started dating like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months before I left for this gap year. I know, stupid, but I did it. We
Made
did
it
it.
work?
Yeah. And then she came and visited.
I was about to say, did she come?
I didn't want to. I had full intentions of like, when I get back, we'll kind of work it out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she came and visited.
And the rest is history.
Yeah. I think we celebrated our like first year anniversary out there, so or 6 month or something. Yeah, no, first year. Yeah.
Super cute.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
So, at what point did you guys get this fine gentleman over here?
10 years ago. Yeah.
Where the Cooper
we
cam would come in handy.
Yeah, the Cooper cam would be great.
We were living in our parent, or like I was living with my parents, she was living in her parents. Yeah.
I don't know why.
And then when we moved out, we brought him.
Oh my goodness. So, how long have you guys been together now?
We're going on 12 years, I think. Yeah.
So,
we're
he
on
was after the gap year then when you came back.
Oh yeah, a few
Yeah.
years afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'm
weren't
talking
treading the
about
hills
you.
with him.
I'm talking about you. I know.
Yeah. So we need the Cooper cam.
You
Yeah.
do.
You
need
can
the
see
Cooper
him in the
cam.
background of the GoPro
Yeah,
sometimes.
nice.
Um,
So cute.
yeah, because we lived a little bit in Turkey Point seasonally, because we both of us kind of made it to manager positions
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and we're working full time. So we rented cottages in Turkey Point,
Yeah.
And stayed there from like probably April to October.
Yeah.
And then we would commute in the wintertime.
How did you find that? Because I'm actually looking into a summer rental. I
Well-
want to rent a cottage for the entire summer in Turkey
They're
Point.
gone now, those ones.
Yeah.
They weren't in great shape either, but it was Whispering Pines. It was like if you go past the sandbar,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was like over there. But they're totaled down. I think there was like, do you remember how many cottages were there? Would you ever come down there?
No,
I didn't really
went
know
for a
you
walk
then.
down there a while ago with my mom and dad,
Yeah.
and it looks like they're all new builds.
There was
down
like
there now.
10 different cottages, and now there's like 2 big cottages.
Monster
Mhm.
cottages.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I mean, monster
Um,
cottages are nice too, but let us live, okay?
yeah. It was
Like-
fun. There was a few of us from Eco Adventures that lived there.
Yeah.
And we would have parties down there because there's like 3 or 4 of us that owned all
Yeah.
the cottages down
Yeah.
there. So,
Oh, that's so good.
Sounds
yeah.
reckless.
wow. Yeah. We were younger and,
Oh, you're still young.
yeah.
It would still
young.
be reckless.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
Early 20s, people are just kind of figuring their life out. We're all
Yeah.
zipline guys.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Oh, that sounds like so
Yeah.
much fun. I'd like to do it because I want the kids to be close to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my daughter this year has been diagnosed with epilepsy. I told you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of did a couple of posts on social media, but I just want to keep it all positive. But last summer, when things were not well managed with her seizures, like medication wise, and she was still having them, she wasn't allowed to swim. She wasn't allowed to ride her bike. She wasn't allowed to.
Just
Yeah,
in case.
Yeah, because we never knew when she was going to have a seizure, right? So last summer was just a lot of indoor activities, lots of movies and screens. So I'd love to rent a cottage for the entire summer. We can go whenever we want because it's so close. And then just be at the beach. And if she gets tired, she can come back to the cottage for a nap. But it doesn't affect Harrison's life, my son.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'd love to do. I'd love to experience the Turkey Point
I
summer
have
life.
someone that rents a cottage, a friend. So,
Really?
yeah. It's really nice. I've stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
It
and
has, it has a balcony and you can see the beach. Yeah, it's really nice. They rent it on Airbnb, so.
So I've actually also heard that a lot of people who bought cottages during the pandemic and rented them out for Airbnb because people wanted to come to Norfolk and kind of get out of the city, they're moving away from Airbnbs because it's a lot of wear and tear on the property and it's a lot of management and upkeep. So I would love to snap up somebody who does not want to do Airbnb,
I'm sure they would do it.
but would like somebody who's mature, responsible, and will replenish the toilet paper for you. So,
Yeah.
like, one less cost.
This family had a cottage there. They're from Vaughan area. It was just a tiny cottage when we knew them when we were working at Eco Ventures, and then during the pandemic they rebuilt it into a permanent place and they moved down here permanently.
Okay.
And then they bought the cottage across, and then they rent that out.
Oh, okay.
So,
Like, it doesn't even have to be right on the beach. Like, just everything is so close in Turkey Point.
yeah,
It is
It's
a little magical place in Norfolk.
It is.
I miss it a little bit. I used to like skate down to the suntan, I think it
Suntan?
called, on my little penny board. Have breakfast there for like $10. Go back.
This is
Um,
life.
Did you ever go to the hotel?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That place was greasy.
yeah. We would pre-drink kind of at our cottages
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
There was a point where we like still owned it, but we had the place in Port Dover,
Yeah.
so we would use that as the party spot. So we all kind of pre-drink there and then all walk down to the hotel on a Friday.
This,
Did you ever go to the hotel?
no, I didn't. No. I
Missed out.
The
I know
Hoder?
I did miss out. I did. I
They're
did.
they're getting a rebrand right now, so maybe it will be an older person.
It's since I live there, it's shifted owners like 3 or 4 times.
yeah.
No, I've
so-
never been.
Hopefully, it's Yeah, I don't think you need to go, but
Are you sure?
I think you should go.
It's
You
a
should
Norfolk County experience.
it.
And you know
Yeah.
what? You know what? Another experience that I missed out on, and I am like really sad to even admit this. I didn't get to go to the tavern in Dover before it closed.
Oh.
I know.
I have I have some stories from that place, but yeah,
Any for the podcast today?
I could talk about it.
Yeah, tell me.
I was we were seeing a band there. Also, yeah, they had band. It was a great time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss that place. I couldn't get in the washroom because someone was blocking the door with their foot. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Finally get in. I'm at the urinal and I didn't know, but there was a guy dealing coke behind me in the stall.
What?
In the stall.
No.
So the guy who he was dealing to
That's
left.
aggressive.
This guy who was dealing was massive, like probably 6'4", 300. Like
He took up the whole stall.
he could pick me up with one hand if he wanted to. Terrifying. So I'm, washing my hands. He's like, "Hey, you like Coke?" And I'm like, "Nope."
No, sir. No,
Nope.
sir.
So then I go to open the door and he closes it with his foot. And I'm like, "Oh God, is he gonna make me do Coke? Like, do I have to do Coke to get out of this washroom? I've never done Coke." So
Same.
I'm
Same.
terrified. And he's like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, well, I live here, but I'm originally from Hamilton." He's like, "No way, I'm from Hamilton." I was like, "Oh, okay, common ground,
Okay.
common ground." So he starts quizzing me. He's like, "What high school did you go to?" And I was like, "Hill Park." And he's like, "Oh, cool. I went to, I forget what he said." And he's like, "Oh, well, if anybody has any problems with you out there, you let them know. You come to me." And I was like, "Okay, thanks, man." And he lets me out and I just fucking run.
It's a
You're like,
good.
thank you, Coke Daddy.
Yeah.
What?
And I was like, "Yeah, guys, we might need to go."
Yeah.
But it was fine. It was fine.
I mean, besides that story, I still wish I had frequented this establishment.
It was pretty
Yeah,
fun.
it was great. I had a spot in Hamilton, and it kind of reminded me a little bit
What
of this. It's Squires, the original Squires on it would
Never been.
yeah, Wentworth and I'm blanking, Fennel. Yeah.
I lived in Westdale for my whole time there, so it was always the Snooty Fox.
Okay. Oh, the Snooty
Yeah,
Fox. Okay.
so
Yep.
good.
Snooty Fox is good.
It was a good place.
Yep.
Or
I
that Irish place downtown.
Oh, it's changed names,
Yes.
but start with an S.
Yeah, Slanches.
Solanches.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good. The
And that-
fireplace at the back,
Yeah.
the pot pies, everything about that place.
So my cousin's birthday is on St. Patty's Day, so we always used to go to that bar, and we made it on CTV once because our buddy left to go work on a cruise for a year.
Yeah.
So we had this little horse that kids ride,
Yeah.
and we named it Warren 2.0. So we would bring it, and we brought it with us, and then the band had it on stage and was singing with it, and then it made it onto the news, and
Oh
it was
my word.
hilarious.
I
But
love all of this.
I miss Solanches, yeah.
That was a good place too.
And then it turned into 83 or something, and then I don't know what it is now.
But was it still an Irish pub or some kind of
It was still had the vibe,
okay.
yeah.
It's all about the vibe.
We still went there for St. Patty's Day. It wasn't Solanches at the time, but
What's going on for St. Patty's Day this year? I find that is one thing in Norfolk that kind of gets tough. Going out, the entertainment piece. Where do you go for
the
St.
nightlife.
Yeah, the nightlife.
Yeah, Dover, especially in the winter, Dover would just close at 8.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, this podcast is going to come out in a bit, but Ferreira's, you know that they're moving, right?
I didn't know
Where
that.
are they moving to? I read it.
Yeah,
It posted.
They're moving to Norfolk Golf and
to the
Country.
golf course because I
which-
put in the address. I'm like, the
Yeah,
golf course.
where is this? Yeah,
Yeah.
which is half the distance, from to my house. So it's even closer.
It is just down the road from you.
Just
yeah.
down the road, just literally trot down the street. But right now they're only open for breakfast and lunch. They close, I think, at around 3.
Okay.
But at the new place, they're going to be open later hours.
Oh.
So they're going to be open late,
Cool.
as well as they're going to have a kind of area like this, a lounge with
Podcast?
well, I don't know, not a podcast, but no, comfy, cozy couches and, end tables and stuff. So you can go and you can have wine and a charcuterie and and they're going to have music and entertainment. So I'm looking forward to that. 1, it's close to my house. 2, you know me, when I have a local spot that I love in Norfolk, I love it hard.
Yeah.
And Ferreira's is my place. And now it's going to be wine and charcuterie and nightlife and entertainment. And I'm like, yeah, please.
Nice. Shout out to Ferrers. That's
Shout out
exciting.
to Ferreira's.
It sounds like it'll be nice because it won't be downtown Simcoe because downtown
Yes.
sometimes is a bit
100%.
downtowny.
Although I have heard that I also need to check out the Fluffy Banana.
I have been there a few times. It's
And?
got a different vibe. It's
Vibe.
nice. It's nice.
It's about the vibe. I want to
I'm
go.
not familiar with this.
It's right across from Ferreira's. It's actually right across from Ferreira's on Robinson Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
fluffy
and
bananas.
fluffy banana.
I don't even know how you have been or you
No,
haven't
I
been?
haven't. But like, I need to go.
It's
have I
yeah.
not heard of this?
I went there for a beer one night and it was really nice. They had live music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a different kind of.
Is
I
it
don't know what to
new?
describe it as.
Why do I not know it?
New-ish, like a few years. I
Three,
think.
maybe 3-4
Interesting.
years. I'm
Okay.
not quite sure.
Okay.
But yeah, next on the list. Maybe it's
I
like
have to go there.
like a field trip
Yeah.
Field trip, yeah.
for
field
research
trip.
for the podcast.
Yeah,
Exactly.
For research.
Exactly.
And I know I will have already been on the podcast, but I should probably be invited because I would like to research
course.
too.
Yes, all for research
love
and
research.
community.
We love researching.
Community engagement,
yeah,
support, all
exactly.
the things.
Researching Norfolk.
Researching Norfolk.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So what are your favorite places in Norfolk? Either like little hamlets or businesses, or what are your like top, if you had to name like top 3 vibe spots?
You want to go first, Drew?
Blackbridge is probably one of my favorite vibe spots.
Where's that?
Waterford.
No.
Really? Oh,
Is it on the trails? Like, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Waterford Ponds. You know that big bridge.
Oh, the big bridge.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Black
Just
Bridge.
the big bridge. The big bridge.
The big
Yeah, the
bridge.
The big bridge.
Yeah, they call it Black Bridge.
Okay,
I
Black
think,
Bridge.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
called, yeah.
Gorgeous. Yes.
Yeah.
That's your number one.
That's probably my number one. Or Port Dover Pier is also another spot I really like.
But what time and what season? I think that's important
Ooh.
for the pier.
Summer nights
Summer
at the
always.
Summer nights.
pier. Yeah,
Yes.
summer nights at the pier. Also summer nights at Waterford,
Yeah.
Blackbridge. But
Yeah.
also more during the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sunrise.
I'm a bit of a foodie, so I'd have to break it up into categories. But
Oh, okay.
like I have
Yeah,
locations
let's
that I
hear
like, but
this.
I also have like spots that I like.
Okay, well, let's start locations because, like, I didn't even know there was a place called Frogmore until like last year. Okay,
Frog-
Frogmore. Like, it sounds magical. Like, are you from Harry
There's also
Potter? Is there gonna be a
Rattlesnake
castle
Harbor.
there? When I
Yeah.
go there? Like Rattlesnake Harbor.
Yeah, it's another place.
I've heard of it, but I've never been.
It's just a small little. It's where my parents grew up. Where my mom or dad's one of them.
Hey,
No, in Rattlesnake Harbor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like Spooky Hollow. I like driving through Spooky
That's
I
Hollow.
Yeah.
just
Oh,
drove through that quote because Eric moved down to Normandale, so I have to drive through that.
Normandale.
Get to his house.
That is a vibe too. I have some clients down there.
Have you been to Tacos and Tequila, Fernando?
No, I haven't.
Fisher's Glen.
Fisher's
so
Glen.
good.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Love
what's your top restaurant or food spot?
Tacos and Tequilas for
Tacos
sure.
Tequila. Okay, yeah.
And it's super authentic. They're a family that moved here
Yeah.
from Mexico. Like you walk by the window, you see his mom making tortillas.
Super.
He's got
nice.
Spanish music. You know, things are written on the chalkboard in Spanish. It's like it's such a vibe.
You know what the funny thing is? I tried to go there. This is so silly. But I tried to go there on a Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and they're closed.
Yeah.
Family run, so they
I
probably
know, I
do it like
totally get it.
everywhere else.
I totally get it. Mondays, Tuesdays closed. And
Yeah.
it's obviously a smaller spot too, right? Not like huge tourist,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
But
that's on my list for sure.
So
and
ta-
it's also if you have gluten-free friends, Mexican cuisine is very gluten-friendly.
Yeah, corn
because
tortillas.
Corn tortillas.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
not a lot of flour involved.
Yeah. So then
Um,
what's your next?
Probably Joy's, especially
Oh,
because I can walk there from here
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah.
But like they know how to make coffee.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a coffee snob.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
So
Jesse's
is Arian.
okay.
Yeah, like we need the beans from a certain region. They have to be put in the freezer to stay fresh for the oils.
Oh
Like,
wow.
Yes,
That's more hardcore than me.
The
Yeah.
bean
Yeah.
oils.
Oh yeah, and like we have to tamper it down a certain way. Like we've gotten like the filters for the arm, like all the things. Like it's a
Wow.
lot. It's a lot. It's been a progression.
I haven't invested in a proper
getting worse.
machine yet, but
Wow.
I have a friend who has like a crazy setup, his own roaster. But he's like, look, don't buy one for $1,000. If you're gonna buy one, there's a huge difference between $1,000 machine and a $5,000 machine. So it's like-
$5,000 machine.
oh, there's
Yeah.
$10,000 machines,
yeah.
man. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
the
for
ones
like
you
a
see
home
in Joy's, the machine in Joy's, like I don't know, but
That's
it's
like
probably
that's
$15,000,
commercial.
$20,000.
Easy.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't
To
need
just
that
put
in your house.
No,
water into
no,
But
but
one can
he's
dream.
you know
A guy
he's
can
very
dream.
serious about coffee. So he's like,
Yeah.
get a proper one.
Yeah.
Don't get a cheap one. So save more money.
Damn.
Well, the pandemic made it progressively worse at our house.
Oh,
Like,
I could imagine.
There was always particular. He was very particular. But the pandemic, there was time, and he pulled out an old espresso machine from the basement that we got for our wedding, and then tinkering with that, and needed a new one. So coffee is a big thing at our house. If you ever want coffee with a certain bean that's done a certain way, feel free to come over. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Joy and tacos and tequila.
Yeah,
What's the
talking
number 3?
Joy. Well, I'm a little biased, but Thrive. You've done a Thrive dinner with Matt?
No, actually, I've never done a Thrive dinner with
Holy
Matt,
shit,
but I
it's
love
so
Matt and
good.
Autumn,
Mind blowing.
and I love, 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 love what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and I absolutely love that it always sells out too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm particular about toast, particular about things, but I have allergies. Anything you see out there in the summer, I'm allergic to. And which is crazy because you know how obsessed I am with my garden. I don't know if you know, but like I want to grow everything and I love being outside and I'm a summer baby, but I'm allergic to everything and it's the worst at dusk. And eating at Thrive, while it would be an experience, it would also be an experience for my
Might
sinuses
kill you.
and it might kill me.
Dang.
Yeah.
That sucks. It's
Yeah.
something I take for granted.
Maybe
Because
they
Ashley is in the same boat.
Yeah.
And I have no allergies at all.
Me neither.
In addition,
Genetics.
I'm a picky
Yay.
eater. I'm a picky eater too, right? And there is no choice.
Fixed
like
menu,
It's a
yeah.
fixed menu. Don't get me wrong. It's like honestly probably one of the coolest experiences we have here in Norfolk.
Yeah.
I mention it to every one of my new clients that comes through. I love doing that. I love hyping up local businesses,
Yeah.
as you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an endless list, but
Yeah.
those are up there. I mean, like, Charlottesville Brewing's a vibe with the loft up top.
That is
and,
really
and
They're
the-
really smart people too.
Oh,
by
it's
the way. Yeah.
it's so great. The beer is great. I mean, Concession Road. I go to trivia now at Wishbone every Sunday. Well, not every Sunday,
Oh.
but every other.
Where's my invite?
Well, I have a closed. It's full. My
Yeah.
team's full. I got invited onto the team. So
What?
yeah. Do you know my friend Trevor?
Trevor, what's
Trevor
last
Judd.
name?
Very
like,
muscly and good looking.
I know. I don't know.
Well, he's
but I wish I did now.
He's a close friend of
I
ours.
love you, husband.
But he's been going with his mom and his sister, and his sister's like smart, a
Really?
smart cookie.
Like should be on Jeopardy.
She's like our team captain. So
You have a team captain.
yeah, she's
That's
our team
pretty
captain.
intense.
And Ash started going with them and Trevor, and then I was like, oh, I want to come, and then his sister was like, well,
Did you have to
is
get
he going to
vetted?
contribute?
Did you have to answer like skill testing questions to
no,
get
no.
on
Yeah,
to do
this
it for your
team?
cap-
Ash is like, it's fine. Drew has so much like knowledge in his head that he can't apply anywhere else but trivia.
Those random pieces that you know,
Oh.
like why do I know this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So can I make my own team?
yeah. You can.
Okay.
You got to go
You're
really
like, you
early
can,
though.
but you're gonna suck.
Yeah, I think
We're gonna beat you.
I think it starts at like, don't quote me, like 6:30 or 7, but people show up at like
I heard
5:30.
it, yeah, to
because
steal
you won't get a
the
table. Yeah.
Why do I not?
Wishbone
know? Well, I
has
know
like
about
a
it now, so-
solid like cult following.
Are you
it
on a team?
seems. No. Do you want to be?
We're starting a team.
Okay, sweet. There
Okay.
we go.
Let's brainstorm team names after this.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we'll just put a podcast team in, and then we'll rotate guests in and out,
Oh, sweet.
out of the team.
That would be fun too.
Yeah. But our team has won a couple times, and there's decent cash. Like we won like $75. It's
Wow,
it's to the like a gift card.
Yeah. It
but
pays for your
next
beers,
yeah
beers for the next
yeah,
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And second place is like 40, third, so on and so on. So
You know what? For me, and this is not just like in this setting, but this is just in life in general, even work. It's not about the money ever. It's always about the recognition. How high is my name on the
Yeah.
list? Okay.
and at the start of every trivia, he's like, okay, so last week so and so won. We're like, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
High
That's
score,
our team.
baby.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I went. Okay, I'm gonna look into this.
Yeah, Concession does it too. I like a bunch
Oh, I
do
love
it.
them at concession.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm that person that asked the cringy questions. We went on a Ride the Vine, another amazing local business.
Mhm.
We did a Ride the Vine a couple years ago. We went to concession. This was when they were kind of new. This was before the pandemic, and they give us the tour and whatever. And I'm the one in the back, like, okay, how'd you get the funding for this? What kind of licensing did you need? Do you have any partners?
That's me.
Honestly, I was doing all this. And you know what? He was such a good sport about it. And he remembers my face now. Like anytime I see him at like,
Jeff.
yeah, exactly. At the fair and stuff like that. I'm like, hi, I'm that one again. Like, hi, nice to see you.
I have more questions.
I have
for
more
you.
questions.
I brought my notebook.
I brought my notebook. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Good
sorry.
spot.
Sorry.
For my 30th birthday, Ash surprised me with a beer tour.
Oh my goodness, I saw that just
Yeah.
on social.
So that
Happy
was
belated.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So that was one of we did Concession, we
Mm-hmm.
did Wishbone, Charlottetown, or Charlottesville. What else did we do? Burning Kiln.
Burning Kiln.
I'm missing.
Did you guys get like a
Flux. You
Oh,
guys ended
Flux,
at
yeah,
Flux.
Did you
Flux.
guys get like a bus or something?
Yeah,
like that?
Yeah.
a full bus.
A full bus.
I went to the gym with Trevor that morning,
Yeah.
and then Ash,
The buff guy.
buff guy.
The buff guy.
He's
Good
my
look-
he's
good
my
looking buff
trainer,
guy.
I was your
quote
trainer.
unquote trainer.
Yeah.
And Ash was like, oh, I forgot my shoes. I got to go home and get my shoes. All part of the plan. Didn't really think of it.
Sneaky.
And then she's like, you know what? I'm not really in the mood anymore. Like, I'm kind of just, now that I'm home, I don't want to come back to the gym. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Trevor's in on it too. So
Yeah.
we go through a workout. He drives me home. And I see a bus and parked in front of the house. And the first thought was like, I gotta talk to this guy. He's blocking my driveway. Like, who parks a bus in front of someone's house?
Like right here.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like a big wide
No.
road. How do you turn that around?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So my first thought was not that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, who's driving this bus? I need to talk to them. They're blocking my driveway. And then Trevor started giggling, and I was like, oh no. It's a full size bus. So I'm like,
Like a
wait,
school bus.
school bus.
Oh, the best.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait, so this is a full size bus. That means there's a lot of people in my house. So open the door. Everyone's like, surprise. Yeah.
Surprise.
It's a good time.
Do you guys know, Sophia White Lymph Connection?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes. She used to rent a bus every single year for the Panorama light up. And like this big,
Oh.
huge school bus parked in front of her house. And we don't live far from the Panorama, but the parking is crazy. And, we were all like obviously having a really good time and holidays and drinking.
Yep.
And we would get a bus every year. And the school bus would run back and forth from her house, dropping people off as needed and just park there at the Panorama and just take a whack of us down. School bus rentals, underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah.
A very good time.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you did that for your birthday.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that my wife did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All I said was I just want to hang out with friends. Like I'm not, as long as my friends are around, just hanging out. That's
Yeah.
cool with me.
My birthday's coming up in the summer and I want to do something big too. Like now I'm like, where am I I'm renting a school bus. Where am I going?
You're 31st, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm 30.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. We're
1
1
year
year
older.
different,
Right.
like it's just 30 plus 1. Yeah.
Right.
Good catch.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
My mom's 50 or 40/20. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's another way we could do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really just like full out lying
Yeah,
and saying
full
I'm
out lying's
31.
way better.
Full out lying.
That's
I'm
way-
31. Just full out lying. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are your top places in Norfolk?
For food and
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
the Combine was definitely up
Oh,
there.
Oh,
Real good.
agreed.
that's another thing that we could talk about because that's done now, right?
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah. So he's actually opening up a new business downtown Simcoe, the commissary. And he's turning the Combine kitchen into a full production kitchen. So he will be stocking the new location downtown with, ready meals and frozen stuff and all of his ingredients that he used at the restaurant, like the pastas and, the sauces and whatever. And you can go in and you can buy it there. But I'm pretty sure there's also going to be like a lunch component when we were there a
Yeah,
couple of
a
weeks
sandwich shop or
ago. Sandwich
something.
shop. Yeah.
And a deli. I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna be like
and a deli. Yeah. So it'll be another amazing little local business that we can add downtown to, complement like the Joys and the Ferreras and the Firefly and Fox. And
Yeah.
Kingfisher.
Is he still gonna do his chef's table?
No.
No.
I know. So that I know a collective. Ryan, a collective, no. But he's always on to like the next idea and how's he gonna grow his business
Keeping it
and
fresh.
yeah, keeping it fresh. So that's why the last couple of weeks the kitchen party was such a big deal because they were the last ones.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
I did
yeah.
manage to get one in.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We used to
too.
go when it was like the restaurant all the time
Yeah.
for like special like birthdays. We'd
Yeah.
go there all the time, and
Yeah.
now we do 211 Main in Dover.
211 is great
It's
as well
solid.
because they have obviously first of all a fantastic menu. I get the chicken, apple, brie,
Oh.
grilled cheese every single time, and their fries.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, their fries are legit, like the thick beef eater fries.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
do appreciate some good fries.
Yes, they
Yeah.
also have a sweet potato fry option, but I am a fan of the regulars.
You know who one of my favorite French fries are from?
Where?
Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know
Really?
what he does. I think he cooks it in a particular like peanut oil or
Oh,
something.
the truffle oil.
Yeah, oh
Oh, the
my
truffle
god.
fries.
So
When I go to
good.
a wedding and they have like those
Mm.
little cones of the fries,
Oh.
Yeah,
like
with the
little
parmesan and the truffle
Ah.
oil. I bought truffle oil just so I could do those
Try to
fries
copy
at
that.
home. It took me like 6 months to find truffle oil, okay? Because they don't sell it at Superstore.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
It's really hard to find, but we used to have them all the time when we went to Mustard and Relish, his
Yes.
place in
Oh, yeah.
Dover. Yeah. So, yes.
I miss that place.
I miss that place too.
I never actually got to go.
Oh, his
Oh,
burgers
so
are
good.
top notch.
Burgers
I
are
went-
fantastic.
It was something before Mustard and Relish. I thought it was him still.
Oh
No,
yeah, it was Lago.
it was
Lagos. Yeah, I went to
oh,
Lagos and that was
Lagos,
unreal.
That was so
Was that
good.
Ryan?
That was
Yeah,
also
it was.
really,
They
yeah.
had
That was unreal.
they had a gnocchi, like a gorgonzola gnocchi. Oh yeah. You know when you go to a restaurant, you like know the dish right away that you're gonna order.
Yeah.
Every single restaurant that I've been to, and I can tell you what I'm gonna order, like for real.
Yeah, the blue I get the green chicken curry. That's my
Oh,
that's my
always
go-to
so
there.
good.
That's always
Arian's is
good.
the coconut. There's a coconut curry on there too.
Okay, yeah.
That's his go-to.
Yeah, blue's really good. That's probably another one of mine.
I always get
The
burger.
blue's just always
Yeah.
good.
The arms, always get a burger too. The one, it's a smoker topper. I get that one every single time.
I don't often go there. I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
They have a really good enchilada too. That is
Oh,
yeah.
enchilada.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Like the serving size is huge. And they also have fantastic bartender there. She's lovely.
Nice. That's always appreciative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I did for the first time? Obviously I've done tequila shots before, but last weekend we did tequila.
Obviously.
You don't get to 31 without doing a tequila shot or two. But we did it with not a lemon or a lime as the shooter. We did it with an orange
and
slice and cinnamon.
Oh.
Where have I been these 31 years?
I've
like
done that. A friend told me about it
it
one
is
time.
divine.
The
And
thing
you
is,
feel fancy doing it.
You feel fancy. It's not as aggressive. It takes the aggressiveness of the tequila way down, and
Yeah.
it's a really nice. It's really nice.
if
Or
you
like-
have expensive tequila, it's almost not necessary. It's
Yeah.
I find it's the cheaper tequila that you
Yeah.
need to have that kind of lemon right because it's just
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah,
I feel like lemon and salt will like match the tequila, but like this also sucks.
Yeah.
It's just too sucks.
two sucks. Yeah, exactly.
And then orange and cinnamon is like cradles you
Wow,
into it.
it was like a hug.
Cra-
It was
Yeah.
literally like a
a
hug.
cinnamon
Yeah.
It was
citrus
very,
hug.
it was
like, "Don't
very
worry,
cozy. It
it's
was like,
okay.
it's okay,
You're gonna
you're
get through
fine.
this."
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Yeah.
was. Stop it. That's
Yeah,
exactly
I
what it was. You got to try it.
Oh, maybe we'll have to make like a
tequila.
tequila orange cinnamon type of cocktail for our guest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait another few days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
End of the month.
Yeah. What day you on?
I stopped doing it honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna go through to the end without drinking, but I just got really sore.
From your working out?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. So what
That's a
was the
lot.
plan? What was the plan that you were on? It was like 75 days. Or?
75 hard. It's
Yeah,
like
it's hard.
it's like 2 workouts a day, drink a lot of water, read 10 pages of a book. No alcohol.
That's aggressive.
It felt really good for like the first 30 days, and then I just stopped reading. Reading was took the first cut, and then working out was just a lot. I was just doing like the gym in Seiza, which was awesome.
Yeah.
'cause I
Seiza
love
is the
yoga.
place.
It is.
Love
it.
is.
I have a hot yoga studio in my house.
Yeah.
do you?
You've mentioned that.
What?
We've talked about that.
Come on.
So honestly, like not to toot my own horn here, but I was the first at Seiza. Like I went to their first class at their first studio
When they're downtown.
right when they were downtown, and I was like an early adopter, and I became obsessed. I did hot yoga like right before the pandemic. I was going like 4 times a week, like classes back to back, 2 a day, all
oh
the things.
wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
well, I mean, when you find a special place like that, and you know what, working out shouldn't be like a chore, and it shouldn't be something that you have to force yourself to do. I just found I wanted to be there all the time. I love them. I loved the
It's
classes.
the community as
It's
well.
the community, and I was looking forward to it. So that's why I did it so much. And then the pandemic hit, and it was taken away. And I was like, how am I going to survive without this? So we got panels. We converted a 10 by 10 room in our basement that was already well insulated because it was a cold cellar.
Yeah.
We fixed that all up, and we converted it to a hot yoga studio.
That's wild.
Yeah, but the kicker is, you know, just as you just said, like the one of the biggest allures about Seiza is the community and, you know, the teachers teaching you the classes. It wasn't the same.
Well, and it's like I ran into you.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
At a
We
class,
ran
and
into
I was
each
like,
other.
Hey, do you want to come on the podcast?
Yeah, exactly. It's that community piece. It's that like, you know, doing something as a collective kind of piece. So when I was, you know, in my yoga studio by myself, you can't match that what Seiza provides. And I
Yeah.
think that's why I'm so obsessed with them. And Sarah's just like such a solid person too.
Yeah.
Right? Like her classes are like no every instructor is fantastic, but Sarah's classes are my favorite.
Unfortunately I only have time to go on Wednesdays for Hot Flow, and it's always
Yeah.
Evelyn's great.
Oh, she's fantastic.
But I haven't done a class with Sarah in a while, but she's hardcore.
She is
Yeah.
hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done power flows with Sarah, and it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
And you know what I love about hers too is like, you know, there's some instructors that like have their class, they have their flows planned. They're like, yep, we're going to go through this. We're going to do this. Sarah just wings it every time.
Yeah.
Every class is going to be different. It's going to be a different playlist, different flows.
Yeah.
And like she has so much confidence and she'll just like switch up the flow right then. She's like, okay, we're going to try something new. Like I haven't fully worked this out in my head yet, but we're going to go through it together and we're going to like perfect it. Like
Yeah.
we're going to make it work.
She's perfecting it with you.
With you. Like
Yeah.
it's literally collaborative.
That's so cool.
And it blows my mind because when I do something, I need the roadmap. I need it to be planned. Okay, so we're going to go from step A to step B to step C. I just like to be in control that way. But she just lets it all, she just throws it
Flow.
all up. You know, she just lets it all flow.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of jealous of people that can do that. Not jealous, but like, I really look up to them because I can't do that. I'm way too rigid.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah?
I like to like schedule I like to know everything I'm doing for the day.
Yes.
And if anything changes, it throws me off a little bit.
Yes. And even when you're doing a task, like, okay, like I'm going to do this task. I'm going to do like this, right?
Mhm.
Whereas, she's up here teaching a class and she's like, well, I don't know what class I'm teaching. I'm just going to like teach it. I'm just going to be in the moment.
I wish.
I wish I could develop that part of myself.
Yeah, that spontaneity. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, I am 31. I'm set in my ways.
True. True. So, very true.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. I have what did I book? I booked an arm balance class with Evelyn on the Easter Saturday.
I think I'm gonna.
You're gonna
jump
do
in,
it?
Probably.
So I did it last year, and like, it's amazing. I can pull off some pretty hard arm
Yeah.
balances now.
I've seen you do like this,
Yeah.
the side crow. I
Side
always
crow.
watch you do
Yeah,
that.
I
I'm
can do
like, what are
side
you doing?
crow.
How are you doing that?
The only reason I know is because
Ridiculous.
You can do it.
I did her class last year.
Yeah, you can do it. So I hadn't done yoga in quite some time. And then I got back into it a little bit in January. And one of the classes, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to do this arm balance or whatever. And I came home and I'm like trying to do a headstand. Because I don't just throw up headstands like on a daily. And Aaron
Yeah.
was so freaked out. He's like, oh my gosh, every time you do this, you're injure yourself. Please don't fall. I'm like, let me live. I'm going to do a headstand right now.
That's one I practice at home because I like to do it in class, but I don't want to eat shit in class.
Yeah.
So I
you don't
practice
wanna
it at
fall
home.
on
Yeah.
Your neighbor.
Yeah.
The worst is when like you've done a power class and then they like throw it up at like the last 15 minutes. You're like, I'm jello right now. I'm gonna eat shit. Like I'm gonna like face plant.
Oftentimes I'll go to the gym before Hot Flow when I see you at Hot Flow. And it's like, it's always a gamble because it's like, what are we doing today? Are we going to work on legs? Are we going to work on arms? And then if you work on legs, you go to yoga and then it's
Yeah.
like a leg focused yoga class. You're
Yes.
like, fuck.
Yes, exactly. Like I'm destroyed.
Never do shoulders before.
No, never
That's probably a
shoulders.
good bet.
Shoulders is
Just
Never
one.
shoulders.
Downward
Downward
dog
dog.
would wreck
Oh.
you.
Oh my goodness. I wrecked my shoulder like about 2 years ago in yoga. Like I wrecked it. So now I have to do modified chaturangas and like all the things.
Oh.
Yeah, because one of my shoulders just flares. Maybe like one side's stronger than the other, or one side's probably stronger than the other, and I'm probably working one side harder, and it's just strained.
Yeah, my
You gotta be
shoulders are silly right now.
Well, 75 hard. Like,
Yeah.
like,
That's another big reason why I stopped.
yeah,
It's
like 2 workouts a day.
hurts.
Wait, does one of the workouts include yoga?
Like the rules were one's supposed to be like 45 minutes outside and one's 45 minutes at a gym. But I was just doing. It was like
2.
cold. So I was
Yeah.
doing gym and stays out.
Hot yoga in the winter is the best.
Yeah.
I
In the summer too.
I tried regular yoga when I was in Dover at the Twisted Fish. And I liked it, but I wasn't hooked. And then the second I did a hot flow
Hooked.
class, I was hooked immediately.
And that's
Yeah.
how I felt. Like you just want to go back. You're like, wow, like this was so good. Your flexibility is increased. Like you feel great. You've sweat out all these toxins. Your
So good for
endorphins are
you.
just like literally through the roof.
I think it's the sweating. I was
It's the
looking to break
sweating.
a sweat because
Yeah.
I want to work out. Like
Yeah.
I want to work out.
Yeah.
So I think just sweating is like, oh yeah, I'm working out. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you are. Because
Yeah.
honestly, like I've worn my Apple Watch to like a power class before. My heart rate's like 155, 160.
really?
Yeah. Like,
And
well,
you're
like
on
power class, right?
Yeah.
And power is usually the third in a row of the night. Like there's a flow, there's a yin yang, then power's the last. So the room is so hot too because of all of that accumulated heat that all the classes have built. So, and it's humid. So yeah, sometimes you're toasty.
Double toasted.
I was always
double
scared
toasted.
to bring
Double
my
That's why I like it. I like it toasty.
double
Yeah.
toasted.
Yeah.
Double toasted.
I'm always
yoga.
scared to bring my Apple Watch in because like during a shavasana, I'm scared it's gonna like start ringing or something.
Oh, I know. Honestly, I just switched from Apple to a Google Pixel. It's
Mm.
wrecking my life. It is wrecking my life.
Like a phone?
Yes.
Google Pixel phone?
Yeah, Google
The
Pixel.
Why
camera
the
on it's
switch?
insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I didn't know that the ringer was off. I didn't know how to turn the ringer back on. I didn't know how to hang up a call the other day. I swear I left somebody like a 7-minute voicemail because I didn't know how to hang up because the screen wasn't
different.
showing me the call. Yeah, it's different. Certainly a learning curve. But all my stuff is Google for work, like Google Workspace, Google Drive, Google Calendar. So I was like, you know what, this kind of makes sense. But I've been an iPhone for so long, and I'm like, what did I just do to my life?
I'm a MacBook user, so I need the iPhone. It's
Need the
just so
iPhone, yeah.
interconnected
Yeah.
because I can AirDrop.
AirDrop, yeah. So
Because I'm constantly making content, so it's so much easier.
Yeah, maybe we should work together for some content for my page too.
Yeah, well,
Please.
we could definitely like I'll send you clips of these, or we'll.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I pick out what's the word like
highlights.
highlights. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll just start tagging you and stuff. So,
Oh my
so you
goodness, I
can
love
share
that
it.
so much.
Yeah.
And I'll obviously share everything about this podcast because, again, I'm obsessed with Norfolk County and everybody in it.
Yeah.
You know what
same.
I think? Like the people. Like I was thinking on my way over here, like what's my favorite thing about Norfolk County? And I really think it's the people and the energy.
Oh,
That's always my answer when people
Yeah.
ask. They're
Yeah,
like, what's your favorite part of Norfolk? I'm like, the people.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I like the beaches.
The beaches are
beaches are
really
nice.
nice. Okay, what's your favorite beach then? Do you have like a secret beach access or something?
No, it's just depends. I mean, there's like the 3 tiers of beaches. It's like Long Point,
Oh.
nicest beach,
By far.
but not much going on down there. So
Yeah.
it's like if it's just a beach day,
Yeah.
Long Point. If it's like in the middle where you want like to go get some food, spend more of the day there, Turkey Point, because they got the sandbars
Yeah.
really good, and it's like a medium-sized beach. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. And Port Dover is like the beach isn't the best there,
Mm-mm.
but there's so much to do.
So much,
It's
so many
like,
people.
You can just
People
walk around town.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willie's, like, oh my goodness.
It
so
used
much-
to be Dover was the spot for people from Hamilton, like from
Yeah.
the city to come,
Yeah.
and Turkey Point was left alone.
No,
Yeah.
Turkey
Now-
Point's
now they're
nuts.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Turkey Point
It was
is
nuts.
insane.
But you know
Yeah.
what? At least we got Long Point. I still believe it's too far for.
Some
Just-
people, yeah, some people aren't willing
hopefully.
to make the drive.
I went and saw a cottage in Long Point a couple of weeks ago that Erie's Edge had listed. It's the Orange Door Cottage. Have you guys seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's very tempting. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I grew up at a cottage up north. My grandparents had a cottage. We would leave like 2 days after school ended, and we'd be there the entire summer, and we'd come home like 2 days before school started.
That's
And it was a
awesome.
cottage. There was no TV. We listened to the CBC radio. I learned how to play blackjack when I was like 8.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Crosswords, dice games, canasta. Like that's a 13-deck card game. Okay. Like that's like bridge adjacent.
I've never heard of that.
Me
Yeah.
neither. 13
Yeah.
deck. You need
Yeah.
13 decks of cards.
13 decks of cards. Yeah. So walking into this cottage in Turkey Point, I got goosebumps from head to toe. Like it was so surreal. It was like almost like an outer body experience because I was like, I'm like transported back to like something so special about my childhood, and I kind of wanted that for my kids too. And it's like right across from the beach access. There's obviously monster houses right across, but literally you could hear the water, and I just like pictured myself being like barefoot on that street and at the beach all summer long.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh man,
Do it.
do
That'd
it.
be nice.
I
Yeah.
just drop in the bucket. You know, it's just
Why
money.
not?
It's just
Yeah.
money.
You can't take it with you when you're gone.
No, yeah, true. I do have that philosophy for sure.
I saw that on social. Somebody said that on social media. It's like, yeah, don't be so. Oh, it was a guy talking about in the film industry. Like, do you ever work for free? And he's like, well, yeah, because like when you die, you can't bring your money with you. So I was like,
Your art will
yo,
live on.
yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Um,
So hopefully this summer we'll rent.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe rent. I'll be barefoot in Turkey Point, and then who knows? Maybe one day we'll buy in Long Point. It's such
Yeah.
a special place.
We rent a place every February because we have so many friends who are born in February.
Yeah.
We rent this cottage in Long Point. It's right on the beach, but it has like a sauna built in. It's got a hot tub with this like the roof just comes down automatically, so we don't have to like put the thing on the
Cover?
hot. Cover. It's just up down, little button,
What?
like a 20-man dining table. It's a beautiful place. Expensive.
How long do you rent it for? Like a week?
2
weekend?
nights.
2
Yeah, a
nights.
weekend. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds so nice.
Yeah,
I
and then
don't-
we celebrate everybody's February birthdays and hang out and have a good time.
That's us kind of in January and actually September. These are ideas. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we're generating a lot of
September's
good
the
ideas
month.
here. We're gonna get our trivia team going.
Yeah.
Yeah, trivia team.
I'll start reading again so I can learn stuff.
I have so
Trivia.
much useless information. Like it's
Same.
just a lot of history and stuff I like.
Like,
so.
what kind of questions do they ask at this trivia? Like, all like ranging?
It's
Like, I got to be on Jeopardy kind of like smart?
okay.
Or like,
The one time he had AI generated music, so it was an artist singing another artist's song. So it was like Michael Jackson singing a Katy Perry song.
yeah,
So it's Michael Jackson's voice, but Katy Perry's song. So it's kind of a mind.
Twister.
And you have
Twister.
to figure out what song.
You have to figure out what the original song is and who the artist is singing.
Wow.
It's like it's
next level. That's
so
maybe
this
fun,
isn't
though.
just like trivia questions they've Googled and
No.
like printed out. This is hardcore trivia.
Tyler. He takes it very seriously. Yeah, he's hardcore. He goes all the way.
And this is at Flux.
No, this is at
Wish-
Wishbone.
Wishbone.
Yeah,
Okay. And that's in Waterford.
Waterford.
Okay.
Every
right by
Sunday.
the market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're doing this.
Yeah,
We need
it's
to
like
do it.
it's hard to get a table in there. You got to go really early, but
Yeah.
if you do, it's great. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have to like register your team every week or
I don't think so.
You
I
just
think
show
you can
up?
just
I
show
don't do the
up.
details. I just show up.
Yeah, I think you just show up.
They got their name on a table and everything. Like
Reserved.
reigning
Yeah.
champs.
So-
Reigning champs, the winners.
The one was like empty sitcom sets. So they just show you an empty sitcom set and you have to guess what it is.
Oh.
So like stuff like that. It's all over the place. Stuff was like they were showing shapes of countries. So you're like, oh, what country is this? Is it bigger than?
Geography.
Yeah, it had like, is Georgia bigger than Nova Scotia and like geographical things and yeah.
I'd be
Maps
good at
lie.
office.
Yeah.
trivia.
Maps lie.
I haven't been in a while, in a few weeks, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's a good time.
Okay, well, to-do list.
Yeah, and like Tyler is good friends with Jeff from Concession, so they both they have a similar vibe.
Yeah.
I find
Yeah. So they ping off each other for their trivia nights.
probably.
Because Concession has a trivia night too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they do it just as seriously. I don't know what days. It might be Thursdays, but don't quote me.
I gotta look all this up now.
So much.
But there's so many.
Does Burn and Kiln have one?
They
Or-
actually had Tyler come and do one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'll do it outside of Wishbone. He'll just
Oh.
facilitate it because he's so used to
He
it.
just loves it so much.
He just
Yeah,
loves it
so-
so
I'll do
much.
trivia
Yeah,
anywhere.
they had him in a little while ago,
Yeah.
but I don't think the winery like does it every week themselves. They should.
You should ask your wife.
Yeah,
Like, Ashley,
yeah,
hook us up.
yeah. They've been testing some different events out
Yes.
to see what kind of sticks and see what people like. So
Yeah, we were talking about that like back in January. I wish I could have gone to the yoga night, but I couldn't. And then even the rescheduled one, couldn't make it happen.
Yeah. I'm blanking on her name. She's
Mackenzie.
a good Mackenzie. That's it.
Yes.
Shepherd's
She's a great
foot.
yoga instructor.
Yeah, Ashley
Yeah.
keeps saying that I need to meet her. I need to meet her.
Yeah.
And I would love to meet her. I just couldn't make it to.
She has her own yoga studio as
Mhm.
well, like north of Waterford.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just moved it.
She
A
moved
few-
it?
No, like a year or two ago.
Oh,
Have you
okay,
been to
yeah.
it?
Not the new studio. I went to her old one.
Yeah?
It was pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
When's your spot opening? Oh no, are we not? I don't.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully April. It's just been a very slow process with just weather and things slowing it down. But
Yeah, April.
hoping April.
There's weather, there's landscape, there's plumbing, there's
Oh, so many
there's so
things.
many, yeah.
Is
And you're partnering with another company, so
Yeah,
it's
and
Mhm.
they have their own thing.
You gotta work out your deals
Yeah,
and-
mm-hmm.
it's a lot of moving
a lot of back and forth.
pieces. But
Okay.
I'm hoping April, and it'll be really cool.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Any new like features or anything?
It'll be
or
different.
new-
There'll be
it'll
some new
different?
things. Yeah,
Okay, I'm so excited.
it's cool.
The picture you sent me, it looked way bigger than
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be.
my really good buddy Roman, who just started his own landscaping company, Fiat Lux Landscaping. Yeah, he
Roman
really helped me
Bodnar?
out. Yeah, you know Roman?
Of course.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Who doesn't she
he's
know?
just a lovely sunshine of a person.
Yeah.
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 So he really helped me. He's just like moving the dirt a little bit beyond the edges of what I had, and he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You made a lot of room for me." He's like, "Yeah."
They landscaped it. He sent me a pic before like a podcast. He's like, "I'm coming. I just had to do this." And I was
Yeah.
like, well, "Yo, this looks
Oh
awesome."
my goodness, I love
Yeah.
it. I want to see a pic.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, show me a pic.
I'll-
Send it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. I didn't get to check you out at the Seiza location.
Yeah, no, you
No,
didn't.
I never
what
did.
the heck?
I know. Honestly, I don't know what it was.
Scared?
No, not scared. No, obviously work was busy, and then all the stuff that was happening with Poppy. Like again, our last year has been kind
Fair,
of like really like staying close to home and whatever. So now that we're kind of getting to be out more, it feels nice. Like again, we're going to Toronto with the kids tonight, staying at Hotel X to do that
Exciting.
rooftop pool situation.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't swim with them last time, so like they're not making me. I love swimming, but I totally got me and my son matching bathing suits. And he agreed to wear it. So
That's
I'm
cute.
really excited about that. I'm like, please, bud, can you just do this for me? He's like, okay, Mom, I'll do it.
How old is he?
He's 9.
Oh, okay.
And the bathing suit is pink.
Oh,
Really?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But he was like all into it. Like he's like, sure, I'll do it for you. And I'm like,
Aw.
you're the
I don't know if 9-year-old me would have the guts to wear a
I
pink
don't
bathing
know. I
suit.
wouldn't wear a pink bathing suit.
Yeah.
I would now.
I would now.
9-year-old me
I,
would-
I just bought a pink one.
Did you?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, for my cruise that I'm going on.
Oh, right. You're going on the cruise.
Yeah.
Well, I'm jealous of that too.
Me
But
too.
I'm going to the Dominican, so I can't really complain.
Yeah.
When do you leave on the cruise?
I don't know the day it leaves, but we're going to New York City April 5th, and I think it leaves on the 7th.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'll be in
Something like
Dominican
that.
at that point. On the
Oh,
beach.
so we might even run into each. Oh,
Oh,
I
no.
probably not, but
Probably not.
I'll
but-
be in the same country.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll be in Turkey Point.
Hey, doing cold dips.
Yeah.
Cold dips are so good. Like
So good.
I love when you post them on your stories and stuff that you guys are going to Turkey Point, and
Yeah.
I can't wait till the new place is open for you.
It'll be really cool.
That'll be cool. I will
So
come check
excited.
out the new place. 100%.
Deal.
Yeah, the last place was beautiful.
Yeah.
You
this-
really had a vibe going.
Yeah, Cesar really came in clutch with that. They really helped me out.
So what
Yeah.
do we know what's being developed there in the old spot now? Like why did they have to move?
Apartment
Oh,
buildings,
apartment
a lot of
buildings.
units, which you mentioned
Mhm.
earlier. So
Yeah.
it's something I think Norfolk needs.
I should look into that actually. Well, because that land has been bought by a developer and developed for so long,
Mhm.
right? Now that there's actually some things happening on it, I should see what's going up there and who's developing it.
Mm-hmm.
All these things I have to put on my to-do list after this. I don't know if these. I love conversation because it generates so many ideas, and I'm like, just let me at it.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
should
can
check it out.
re-listen to the podcast and jot everything
Yeah,
down.
Oh yeah,
take your
exactly.
notes, yeah.
Take notes. I love it. Okay, so I'll totally do that. I wonder how many units.
It was a lot. What I heard, like 100 or something. I don't know. Is that a lot?
Well, yeah.
And
Sounds like a lot.
apartment buildings so people
Yeah.
can rent.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
that's
buy.
Or buy. I would think.
desperately
I think
needed.
it would
Oh,
be
buy.
I would
Okay,
like-
I
I would
see.
buy.
I see.
That's where
like
the
to
money
buy one.
is. Nobody wants to be a rent. No developer wants to be a rent collector,
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, 100.
right? Yeah.
A lot
they,
of work.
They want to do it, sell it, get their profits,
Yeah.
and on to the next one.
Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll be like maybe it'll be something like the Jackson in Jarvis. Have you seen that whole development?
No.
No.
Yeah, there's like townhouses and I think there's a couple single family dwellings, but there's also like a low rise condo building. I think it's like 5 stories and they
Okay.
have a whack of units. So
Okay.
maybe it'll be kind of similar.
Neat.
'Cause we don't have that in Norfolk. Like we have the Mill Pond behind Shoppers Drug Mart. But really like otherwise there's a
There's-
little one in Dover.
Yeah, but
You know?
they were so expensive. They were more
Yeah.
expensive than my house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What-
Because we were looking at that and we saw the price tag and I was like,
I forget what you guys bought for.
Well, I don't want to broadcast it, but
Okay.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah, tell me after.
And isn't Waterford supposed to be getting where they're
Silos. Where the
tearing down the
silos.
silos?
Yeah. And
Are they gonna call it the silos?
I think so.
really?
actually.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I like that.
I've actually
Even though I like the silos.
So
it's
what's
sad
going there?
to watch
Also
them.
apartment or
Apparently, that's what I heard.
It'll probably be like kind of to similar to the Jackson I was just talking about. It'll probably be like a mixed.
okay.
Okay.
I would think. You know.
And is that's sort of what you're working on with Amy for this
well, not necessarily.
affordability thing, or
Well,
one
not nec-
one of the things?
Yeah. Well, like I mean, I'm a nobody. I'm not really doing it. I just there to.
I wouldn't
talk
say
and-
that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like in that scope, but I'm just always interested again to start conversation and to bring my perspective and what I see come across my desk and the experience that I have with first-time home buyers and the younger generation that wants to stay in Norfolk and make it great, right? You guys are creating businesses and making jobs and investing your money back into the community, so you need a place to live, right?
yeah.
I would like that.
You need a place to live.
Yeah. During that whole buying process, I was super bitter about it.
It is.
Yeah.
I was-
And
I'm
you guys went through
just-
in a rough spot too,
Ugh.
right? Like I know other clients, who bought for like 150 over ask, and if they had to refinance or sell right now, they would not be getting that money out of the property, right? So like, So, but I think you guys still got a really good. It's good when you got in.
Yeah, I hope so. And like, as tragic as it is having a house burned down, it'll be brand new. So
Yeah.
hopefully that'll add value. And
Did they just do the full gut of the
Inside,
inside?
yeah.
And do I want to even ask the ETA for completion?
Well, the insurance company doesn't want to keep paying our rent because we continue paying the mortgage.
Yeah.
So they pay the rent for this place.
Yeah.
So they want us out of here by like June. Will that happen? I'm just being realistic. Probably not.
Yeah.
But does insurance want it to happen? Absolutely. Yeah. They
But
want
do they
us.
have to keep paying? Like, are they trying to not
I don't
pay?
know the laws behind that because, like, otherwise, like, where are we gonna live if the house isn't done? You know.
How close to being done is the house?
Like, the walls were taken out, framing's done, but like beyond that, there's like our tub was in there. I saw flooring laying on the floor, but like nothing was like installed.
So you couldn't go cook breakfast,
Oh,
go to the
no.
bathroom, have a shower?
No, not for at least another couple months. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, what month is it now? Half March. So, I mean, 3.5 months still.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Did you get to pick the contractor, or did the insurance have to pick it?
We could have,
Yeah.
but they had someone set up, and it was so much easier to just like, yeah, just pick who you want. Like,
So it's like, you know what, insurance company, get your contractor to work a little faster if you don't want me to.
well, and the thing was like the project manager.
Also through
Who-
insurance?
Who knows? She's from London, so she probably won't listen to this podcast. But she's not the nicest person. But she was kind of bitching at us for like, hey, we need to go, because insurance is going after her now. And I'm like, hey, like there's certain contractors that like we've emailed 3-4 times
Yeah.
and they haven't replied.
Because
so,
you
like,
have to use the contractor from insurance.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like, what do you? Don't pin the pressure on us. Like you're the project manager. You hired these contractors, so like you should be hounding them. Don't expect me to hound them.
Absolutely.
But she's bitching at us.
No,
So I'm
stick
like,
to your
hey,
guns.
hey, like don't
Stick
be
to your
doing
gun-
that.
Stick to your guns. Another girlfriend of mine, their condo flooded because of somebody else in the building doing renos, and the contractor didn't turn off the pipe, and it was hot water. It wasn't even cold water. It destroyed their whole
Oh,
entire
shit.
apartment, and they had to go through the same thing. You go through insurance. They pick the contractor for you. I mean, you get some selection, but more or less you're going through insurance, and then they're complaining about the timelines. No, you have a project manager.
she
it was
wasn't-
also assigned to us.
Yeah, she wasn't coming after us until insurance sent like a email like, "Hey, this needs to be done now," and then all of a sudden she changes her attitude.
All of a
so-
sudden, she paid attention to the workload on her desk.
yeah, and I understand she probably has a lot of other projects
course.
going on, but like, don't make me the bad guy.
You're not the bad guy.
No,
No, you're my favorite clients.
no, and
you're
like
not.
I understand her role. It's very similar to directing.
Yeah.
You're kind of just steering all these
Managing the parts.
individual departments.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
um,
can be frustrating, but you guys will get it done, and you'll be into a beautiful, gorgeous new
Yeah.
house.
it's a little far for me.
Mhm.
So I love Langton. It's great, but I have a lot of things going on in Hamilton still, and like sports and family, and yoga here. My gym's here. Friends are all here. So yeah, it'd be nice to be close. I like Simcoe. It's great. I can walk to town. I'm gonna miss it.
Are we thinking about a move?
Yeah, I don't think it's not a permanent home. It never was. Yeah, it never was.
Okay.
So,
I like it. Move closer.
but like when? I don't know.
You like being in this area? Like, do you like this
Yes.
spot?
Yeah, I
This
like.
is a very nice
I like a
spot.
hub. I feel very isolated out there, especially being self-employed. A lot of the times I'm at home just editing all day.
I totally get it.
Yeah, and I can't. There's no coffee shop to go to. You can't really
wanna
go
walk
anywhere.
out,
You
want to
can't.
just take a break, go get a coffee, a scone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Or it's nice. It's like my gym. The gym's 5 minutes away. Yoga. I could walk to yoga. But now,
Oh, yeah, you
if
could, yeah.
when I move back to Langton, it's 20 minutes there.
Yeah.
20 minutes. That's 40 minutes.
You
40
know-
minutes. It's a lot every day.
You know, it's funny. We are from the city. We're used to that kind of a commute, but
So am I.
then you come to Norfolk and then you're spoiled.
Yeah.
So then when you got to drive out to Pine Grove and it's like 12 minutes, you're like, do I
So
have to do
far.
this so far? But really, like, how many stoplights do we have? Like 3? Like, like literally,
Not many.
not many.
When my mom got her driver's license, when she grew up here, there was one stoplight in all of Norfolk, I think,
Are you serious?
or in Simcoe at least.
Like
Yeah, one stoplight.
Norfolk and
Yeah.
Queensway, I bet. Wow, that's crazy.
And that was when they got their license at high school, because there was like a driver's ed teacher in high school back then,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Okay, I was thinking about this when I was in the city just the other day. When I did my driver's test in the GTA, the roads they took me on were like 410, 427, and the 401.
Ha, yeah.
I could drive anywhere. I literally could drive anywhere.
Wait, so where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mississauga in
Okay.
Erin Mills.
Okay.
But before that, I lived in Unionville, so like Markham
Mhm.
way. So we lived there for like the first 8 years of my life, and then I moved to Mississauga, and then we were there ever since. And then our first home that Arian and I bought was in Hamilton. And then we just kept dragging the map out a little further and further and further because Hamilton's a noisy city. It is. And we were right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And then we found our place, which, as you guys know, it's like the little father of the bride home.
The current one you're talking about.
Yeah,
Simcoe.
the current
It's
one
a
in Simcoe.
beautiful place.
Yeah, you want like we're sitting down. You want me to tell you what we paid for that? Like I have no problem telling you what we paid for that. 2 acres in town, mind you. This was almost 15 years ago, and this will just tell you how much you're gonna puke. You're literally gonna puke. Both of you are gonna puke. And this just tells you like how much Simcoe has grown and how much like value people are seeing here in our little special place. We bought that place for $472.
Come
Really?
on.
Yeah.
I could afford that.
Yeah.
Really beautiful spot.
So that's over $1 million. I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like way more than that probably. Just for location, lot size, and the view of the place alone.
Mhm.
Right? Just
And you have that huge barn that we did a whole.
oh my goodness, I was
Yeah.
talking about that yesterday when we put the Christmas tree up.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That was where we actually
kinda
met.
met a
We
little-
met before.
We met
but that was
before,
like
but-
where we actually talked, and I'm like,
Because I was working, we had our
Yes,
booth there, and he
yes.
came up and he was like, "Hey, I'm
I
kind
didn't
of."
know that. Did I meet you that day? I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's where we hit it off. Because
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, I'm kind of getting into
I
film
just
and
bought
stuff,"
a camera.
and I was like, "Cool, we should hang out."
Yeah.
And that was
I'm
that.
like, help me.
Now we made a podcast.
Now you have a podcast
Yeah.
with besties. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that was the weekend we got our puppy. So I was the one that was
Yeah.
walking around with
Oh,
Lennox in. Remember, I didn't have.
sounds
It was like a
familiar.
baby carrier, but I put my bathing suit on top of my clothes, and I shoved the dog in the bathing suit.
You have 2 now, right? 2 boxers.
and 2 cats.
Wow, and 2
Fun.
kids, and a husband. You got your hands full.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Does this come with a refill?
yeah, definitely make a refill.
yeah. We got two boxers now. They're insane. Lennox, the one that we got that weekend, he is the gem, like the sweetest dog in the world. And so is Magnus, the other one that we got 4 months later. But he will eat anything, shoes. He poops out Nerf bullets like every 3 days. No, I'm not kidding. I have a
Just-
9-year-old son. That's
Yeah.
all he is into right now is Nerf.
Yeah, and he eats them all.
He eats Nerf. Last year, and this is gross. Last year, he ate a squirrel, and he came inside and he puked the head up in my living room.
Oh wow, so he swallowed that head.
Yes, he's a meathead. He's like a junkyard dog.
He's a boxer.
He is like from the breeder, purebred, but like nothing up here. Whereas Len, we got
got a
off.
salad brain.
Oh my word! Like
Salad bread.
he's a knucklehead. We call them Timon and Pumbaa. Like that's what my kids like, and that's what it is. Like one big meathead and then one smart one. Like
That's so funny.
oh my word!
That's so funny.
yeah.
I love boxers. Like one of my favorite breeds.
Well, you know what? Like
They're so silly.
you should come over and take pictures of them.
Yeah.
We're gonna set up a whole bunch of stuff after this. I feel.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I can even bring that backdrop and just.
Take portraits.
Yeah, because I used to work for this
Sanctuary.
dog boarding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
It was out-
remember that.
It was out in Niagara. Drew
Yeah,
came,
that
but,
was a drive, but that was so
That was right
fun.
when you guys were buying the house. I remember
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
They have like they have like a food company brand for dogs and stuff. But
Yeah.
so I used to do portraits of dogs like all the time.
I would love a portrait of our
Yeah.
dogs. I would love portraits of Lennox specifically because he's so handsome. Well, so is Magnus, but he's just dumb. He's dumb. I don't even know how you get him to pose. Like, he's just.
I went dog sledding once, like out in Banff, and they had a dog that just didn't really have much going on. And they called it Salad. That was the name of the dog. And I was like, why? He's like, 'cause it's a
Salad the
salad
dog.
brain. And I
A
was like,
husky?
oh, no, it was actually a border collie
Oh,
mixed in with a bunch of
really?
huskies. Yeah.
I thought those were smart dogs.
They are smart dogs.
They are.
Not salad though.
Not salad.
No.
Not
They're
salad.
they're very smart, but you have to give them tasks. Like you have to give them a task to do for them to
Like pull a sled.
they pull us
Yeah.
pull a sled,
Yeah.
herd sheep,
Yeah.
like those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Oh man, well you're gonna come over and you're gonna visit the dogs and
Yeah,
cats,
I only really saw them probably when they were pretty young.
puppies
Yeah,
at that time.
puppies. Yeah.
And unless you come over to the house, like when they're outside, actually, a funny story. Amy Martin came
Mhm.
over. We were exchanging a book. We were book swapping, and she goes down to pet Len. Lennox peed all over her feet.
No.
I'm not joking. And we have this well spigot, and for the first year and a bit of Len's life, that is what our foot washing station was for anybody that came over because he would just get so excited. He's like, someone's giving me attention and petting me. He peed all over Amy. She was initiated, really. That's when we
Yeah.
became friends,
Yeah.
right then and there.
Yeah.
Get peed on by the dog.
You get peed on by the dog, you're
part
in.
of the
part of the fam.
Some dogs do that. They get overexcited. And they just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a a friend that her dog would always be very excited to see me, and I'll be like, okay, just you hold it back for a few seconds,
Yes.
and you just see it dribble, and you're like, okay,
Like, okay, like
now,
now we're good.
yeah,
You've gotten it out of your system.
My cat's a little different. He'll just, 100
Yell.
yards, stare you at the door like, who did you let in our house?
Him right now, he's just like,
I've never seen him this quiet during a pod.
really?
He's usually walking on the tables. He was up, like, walking across Jason
Tired.
Mayo. And
He's tired. We're talking about
we
you.
talked about him.
Well, I did give him a good like bit of attention out there.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need to check you out. We already did this.
He's a bit of an attention whore.
No, it's fine. I love
Look
him.
at that face.
He's so cute. Like you guys really do need
A Cooper
a Cooper
cam.
cam.
Yeah.
Like,
I need to set something up. I'll
you
just put
do.
an iPhone up or
Yeah.
something.
Seriously, like a Cooper cam. Because I don't think that people can see like the cuteness that we're talking about here.
I'll just get one of those iPhone tripod things, put
Yeah.
my iPhone on it, so record him.
My goodness.
Or get like one of those 360 cams and just like set it right in. there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a character.
I love him.
He's a character. He spent all 8 lives, so in that damn house.
Oh my goodness.
so
And Ashley said they like
He's
gave
been
him
through
the
it.
gave him the little oxygen mask. I
like
was
a little kid's mask, yeah.
That is
So cute.
so
or
cute.
sad. Cute and sad.
It's sad, but so cute. Like
Yeah.
you guys got back just in time too. Because
Yeah.
weren't you guys at Seiza or something?
Mhm,
You
yeah,
were at Seiza.
Yeah, we left for yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the power, like, it was
It was
a
a
storm.
surge.
It was a surge that
Yeah.
it was a storm that day, so power was going on and off. So it's most likely what happened. But yeah, we were at yoga and we're like, oh, we'll stop at the grocery store. Stopped at the grocery store. Wish I didn't do that, but
Oh no.
How
No.
would you know?
You wouldn't know,
how would you know?
How would
right?
you
It's
know?
just living life.
Yeah.
But then
So-
you got back in time.
Yeah, yeah. Like a firefighter carried him out, and he was like not conscious, but yeah, and he smelled like smoke for 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. We bathed him once, I think, but like try bathing a
Oh,
cat.
No, you can't do
They
that,
don't-
No,
they don't like
So,
no, I
we would
don't
give
think he
him-
would be happy with that.
Like a wet towel. We tried, but like
Mhm.
6 months later, if you like smell him,
Because it's that like I don't know, it's
soot.
like greasy, sooty. Yeah,
Mhm.
it just gets in. It's like
Mhm.
after a campfire, you really need to like
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
we brought him to the vet, and the vet was like, "Yeah, he's fine. He just has a bit of a he had like a cough
Cough.
almost. Yeah,
For a long time?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for those 6 months.
yeah." And then when he would meow, it'd be all raspy, like it sound like that, because it kind of like cooked his throat a little bit.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Where did they find him?
Under my desk downstairs. And funny enough, it was the only part of the house that the walls weren't black. That one corner of the room, that's where he was. So he somehow knew that was
Knew.
the safest. And he was under the desk, so if anything fell on him, he would have been fine. But because I told there was one firefighter that was his job to find the cat. And I told him this is where he usually hides, and he wasn't there. And I was like,
You're like, listen, you're finding this cat or I'm going in.
well, I was initially gonna go in, but I would have for sure died.
Okay, well,
A lot of smoke.
a lot of smoke. Yeah. Leave it to the professionals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do that. Like, wow.
Yeah, the guy ran out of. He had to switch his oxygen tank. Actually,
Because he ran out.
he ran out, and so as soon as he's switching his tank, I'm like, this cat's dead for sure.
Oh,
And then he carried him out, and I was like, oh my god. And then we brought him to the ambulance. He opened his eyes. I was like, he's alive. Holy shit.
Oh my goodness, he's so
You
sweet.
lucky little
Yeah,
boy.
he's
And
a
now he's like the guest of honor.
guest of honor.
Like he should have like a little bed right here. Like he should have like a little cat bed right here.
yeah, he
He's-
probably would hang out there,
You
but
think?
he likes his tree, so
Yeah, that's
he likes
good.
being above everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's something else, that cat. And I didn't even like cats before I moved in with him. So
What?
Well, I grew up with dogs.
Before you moved in with him.
Yeah,
Yes,
didn't
full
like
roommate.
cats. Didn't care for cats. Now I love cats.
Cats are the shit.
Yeah, he's my buddy. He's my
Yeah.
little buddy.
Yeah, like they're so independent. There's like they don't slobber on you.
Some of
they
them
don't-
are.
You don't have to
independent.
take him for a
You don't
walk.
take them for a walk. Like
We can leave him overnight and he'll be fine.
absolutely. Like we're leaving our cats overnight tonight,
Yeah,
but we have to have a sitter come in for the dogs.
for the dogs. Yeah, because
Yeah,
you gotta let them
seriously.
outside.
Well, Arian's parents are traveling too, so we can't even like, send them there. So we actually had to call our babysitter for our children to be like, "Can you come and let our dogs out and walk our dogs and stuff?"
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
they're like dependents,
our-
full on.
Buff, good-looking Trevor.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's gonna be living here while we're on the cruise, so he'll be cat sitting.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, where does he live usually? Like,
Oh, he lives at home with his parents in
Parents?
Waterford, so it'll
Okay.
be nice. He can just have his own place.
so last name Judd,
Judd.
same as like the strawberry Judd.
Yes, but I don't know if there's any relation. I think there might be,
Okay.
but I don't think it's like a close relation. Maybe.
See,
distant.
that's actually something that tripped me out when I moved to Norfolk as well. All the family relations and everybody being intertwined, and oh, this is my cousin and my mom's sister, you know,
Mhm.
but different last names and
Well, I carry my dad's last name, so.
yeah.
But this is my mom grew up here, so it's Hemsley. That's my family.
Yes.
But I am Walmsley, so people don't really think of it.
Yeah, so it's tricky to remember all these like little interconnections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although there's some Walmsleys in Dover apparently.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
like Rick Walmsley, but
Okay.
they have a missing L.
Oh.
So they do, it's WAM. Mine's WALM.
LM.
So I call them Wamsleys just because it's funny. And I'm the true Walmsley because Walm,
With the L.
not Wham.
Oh my word.
So I'm like, you are the fake Walmsleys. You're the Wamsleys. But I actually, I know Rick Walmsley. I haven't seen him in like a super long time.
I don't
but,
know.
He's an Anchow goalie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he coached for a bit. He coached a NHL team as well,
Oh.
and then he got the record. They called him back for some reason because like the backup goalie got hurt, and he was like backup goalie, and he's in his late 40s, so he has like the record for like oldest goalie to play in the NHL or something. I don't know if that still stands,
Yeah.
but he's from Dover area.
And he
Yeah,
lives in Dover?
I think so,
Oh, well.
and so does Rob Blake. Rob Blake's an ex NHL.
Yes, I
He's
knew that.
Dover, so
I knew that he lives in Dover.
there's a lot of NHL players from here.
Well, I mean,
A ton.
hockey's so big in Norfolk too.
Yeah.
We never got into it. Like Harrison hated it. He loves soccer. He's obsessed with soccer.
I hate
So what?
Yeah, I do not care for it.
How?
I just don't care for it.
Oh my word, it's so good.
Yeah. Don't watch it. Don't play it. I think I tried it as a kid. It was just like a lot of running and not touching the ball, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
So I found it boring.
Okay, I love soccer. When I was little, I didn't get any extracurriculars. Piano was my extracurricular.
Really?
Oh,
that's
okay.
cool
Yeah.
one, though.
It's cool, but like it's it's not soccer. So last year I decided.
No way.
Yeah, I did.
Did you- really?
First extracurricular ever. I signed up for women's soccer here in Norfolk, the 18+ team.
Good for you.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So where I grew up, there was always house league and rep.
Yeah.
Okay. House league was a certain kind of soccer. Rep was a certain kind of soccer. Well, as you know, I don't know if you know because you don't like soccer. Norfolk County does not have rep soccer. They just have house league. Okay. Fantastic. That's what I'm looking for. Never played soccer a day in my life, but love soccer so much. I get there, the first game, okay? And every single one of these beautiful women have played soccer their entire life.
Oh, no.
So even though Norfolk County has only had house league, these women have been playing since they were like 4.
Yeah, rep quality.
Rep quality. Some of
Playing.
them came back from university, played soccer at
Oh my
university,
god.
came back for the summer, were on my team, okay?
Just doing bicycle kicks.
Just doing all this stuff. And they're like, we're here, like right before the game, like, okay, like what formation are we playing? We're gonna be 4-3-3 or 4-2, whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I know this in practicality in my brain because I know soccer, but like executing it for my first time ever, I'm like, somebody's like got to hold my hand here, okay?
Aw.
So then I go on, and I'm probably on for like 4 minutes, and there's this woman. I'm, paired up with this like woman on the other team, and she is an absolute beast. Okay, you can tell she has also played soccer for. She's like elbowing me, and like we're like, jostling for the ball, and I'm just like, why are you touching me? Like, this is supposed to be house league. Like, I don't want to walk away with an injury.
Yeah, they're like boxing
Yes,
you
they're
for
like
it.
boxing
Yeah.
me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know if I can take this. So like, I get off the field. I am beyond winded. Okay, because again, the cardio conditioning just wasn't there at the time. And then you know what? A couple of days later, Poppy had her first drop seizure, and I was like, this is a sign. This is a sign. Like I'm just not gonna do it. Like I can't take this mentally. But I did do it. I did it one time, and it was fun-ish.
Sounds like you had a lot of fun.
I mean, it was something. It was something. You always got to try the new things. I never want to say that I wanted to do something and I didn't do it. But now that I've done it, I can just sit on the sidelines happily.
Do it. We were talking about the farm workers having that tournament. And
Yeah.
do you ever go to that?
No, I would love to go to that.
We should all go.
We should
I've
go.
never been.
Yes.
And they're like so good.
so good.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. And then isn't World Cup coming here to Toronto?
Oh,
Oh,
I
what?
don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you don't like
idea.
you don't like soccer. 2026.
No idea.
Tickets to
That would be cool.
also an experience.
Yeah.
But I would totally go see the soccer tournament here in Norfolk.
Yeah.
I would love that. Love.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never really been into soccer. Oh my god, he's so cute.
He's So lots of
Ah.
things we can check out in Norfolk together.
Yeah.
Trivia, soccer.
Oh my gosh, so much.
All the lists. Like, going to compile a list.
Yeah.
This has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything else I can add?
Well, what kind of information did you bring here?
Yeah, you brought homework.
I just want to touch on a little bit because I know
Yeah.
when I was in the same boat of buying a house for the first time, I was like, this is so much. Like, I'm so out of my element here.
Yeah.
And then I met you and I was like, oh my God, this is so much better.
Yeah. So honestly, I think everybody loves working with first-time home buyers, but I especially like working with first-time home buyers because there's this like education piece. I could talk about mortgages for
That's what I
ever.
like because you not only help me get a mortgage, but
Yeah.
then afterwards you're still educating me on like, oh, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that. You can do this, you can do that.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I that's the important part for me. I could talk. This could have been a mortgage podcast.
I know,
Like,
yeah.
I could have been.
I definitely
I'm-
knew that was a topic, but
But I mean, it's kind of really fun to talk about Norfolk because it's honestly my other passion.
everybody loves it. It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this place. I love the people. I love the businesses. I will be like the biggest champion of you if you fit into that really sweet bubble of the vibe, the positivity, the wanting to help our community. Like, I sign me up.
Yeah.
But again, I could also talk about mortgages for like 45 minutes.
Well,
Talk about everything.
What is your role? What is a mortgage broker? What,
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, well, this is like the spiel that I give. I probably gave it to you too. I do exactly what they do for you in the bank. So if you were to go to TD Bank and you're like, I want a mortgage, they help qualify you. They're trying to find the best product for you. But the difference is if you go to TD Bank, they're only going to sell you their product, right? You don't get to hear any other lender offerings, any other rate offerings. First-time home buyers, there's not a lot of flexibility because we have to stick to certain ratios and certain insurer guidelines. But especially if you have like a larger down payment with funkier kind of income, not funky, but like business for self or more non-traditional streams, like there's so much more out there than your bank, right? So
Mhm.
I do what they do in the bank, but I can shop around to a whole bunch of different lenders for you. They all have different penalty calculations, different prepayment amounts, obviously different rate, different even payment frequencies. Like one of the banks doesn't do a non-accelerated payment, but some people don't want to accelerate. So that's what I do. And there's never a fee. Like I don't charge, like there's not a fee from me. So you can go into TD Bank and get one offering, or you can come to an agent like me and get me to do all the shopping, all the work for you, plus that education piece. Text me at 7 p.m. at night with all your questions for free. Like, actually, like a couple weeks ago, I talked to a client at 5:45 in the morning.
Whoa.
Yeah. I also have clients calling me at 10 p.m. So, I mean, for free, like it just makes sense.
So much value.
Like the math is mathing, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And I do it all digitally. As you guys know, I'm a real person. And I like to tell my clients this too, especially the older ones that have been used to only dealing with their bank. I am a real person. I like to do things digitally. If you ever need to see my face, I have signed client documents at my kitchen counter before. I don't need a brick and mortar to serve you. And especially like local within Norfolk County, like, you know me, people know that I'm going to give you great service. And
Mhm.
I'm a real person. I'm not a scammer on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Is that a thing? Mortgage scammers on the internet? Or
Well, no, not necessarily on the internet, but there are shadier brokers out there, just like there are shadier everybody out there. And especially with some of the older clients, like dealing with technology, sending sensitive information and documents and all those kinds of things. Like this week I went out to a very gorgeous farm actually and picked up a whole folder full of printed documents. I have no problem doing that either. So yeah. But again, the education piece is important for me. And just like the connection, I don't think I'm ever going to be a broker that just like churns out like, 200 mortgages a year. But the ones that I do are memorable. And even that one mortgage that almost made me quit in December, like that is going to be like a top client memory of mine. Loveliest client, loveliest family. That was a lender and insurer thing, not a him or a me thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But don't
Wow.
worry, you're still my favorite. And your lovely wife. Yeah.
So what are some things first home buyers should be doing to kind of set them up for success?
Yeah.
I'm taking
Obviously
notes.
saving money for a down payment.
saving money for a down
how
payment.
what are we talking? How much? How much for a down payment?
Honestly, minimum is 5%, depending on the purchase price, right? Under 500,000, minimum 5%. Over 500, you start getting into 10% of over 500. I could do all the math for you if you come to me to like get pre-qualified.
Yeah.
But obviously, saving, keeping your debts low. Like, you do not want a massive car payment. Actually, another trick is like if you have OSAP and people want to pay off their debt, which is fantastic, especially with the OSAP one. I see a lot of clients dragging that slider to like, I'm going to pay $450 a month. I think I might have done this with you guys too. I'm not sure. But you drag that little slider on OSAP all the way to the bottom and make your payment the lowest. And that gets down your monthly payment. And then when we go to prove it to the lender, you're not paying $400, you're paying $25 a month. Keep your debts low, no big car payments. Save as much as you can. Utilize the RRSPs. You can take $35,000 out of your RRSPs. If you put into your RRSPs and they sit there for 90 days, you can take that out tax-free to put down as a down payment. You have to pay it back. But again, when you utilize your RSPs, you also get a tax break and you can get a refund on your taxes. So definitely.
Oh, true. Yeah. Tax break. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially this time right now, that's tax time. Like, I don't know when the podcast is going to drop, but at this tax time, talking to a mortgage agent. Oh, he's ridiculous. Talking to a mortgage agent at the same time as your tax preparer, so that we can kind of work together to try and, if you have savings to put into your RSPs, maximize the return you're going to get, and also maxing out your RSPs. Like, it's like kind of like a no-brainer, like win-win.
Yeah.
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 And then obviously, if
Right into the mic.
what
Right
a
into the
sound
mic.
bite. Seriously, it's so good. And if it's kind of out of reach, thinking about a cosigner or even like a gifted down payment from a family member.
So you can take gifts.
Yes.
Is there like a certain amount?
Oh,
See, I caught him
he's
there.
Spicy.
Hey, bye.
Spicy.
See you later.
Nope. Gift away. I have a client right now that was gifted like $120K.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice
And actually,
gift.
that scenario was, this is something else. Like, parents sitting on homes, like retired, or even grandparents sitting on homes that they're not going to sell because they can't downsize because they can't afford to buy anything else, but they have all this equity locked in that their family is going to get when they ultimately pass, or like the estate. So I've seen actually a lot more of a gifted inheritance so that the parents and the grandparents can watch the funds being used and enjoyed. So like if you're an older client, like thinking about a reverse mortgage on your home, and that's actually how my clients that are purchasing next month, that's how they got the $120K. Their grandparents took out a reverse mortgage on their home.
What is a reverse mortgage?
Oh, I could talk about this for a while too. Yeah, so a reverse mortgage is and you can only get it if you're 55 plus. So,
Okay.
and the older you are, the better it is because you can take more money out of the property. But, say you're like 80 or 75, you're not making a lot of income. You're usually getting CPP, OAS, so your income is really low. If you're looking for a mortgage on your home, you have to qualify just like anybody else, just the hoops that you went through, which can be hard. In addition, if you take out, say, $100K to gift to somebody out of your home, like you refinance, you take out $100K, you also have to make those mortgage payments on a CPP and an OAS kind of retired income. So what a reverse mortgage does is, say you have the property paid off free and clear. Say it's worth like $500. Based on your age and the location, you can qualify to take a chunk of equity out, but there's no mortgage payments. You do not pay anything. And when that balance comes due is when ultimately you pass and the home is sold, and then that mortgage is
Sorry.
then that mortgage is paid off with the proceeds of the sale. Mind you, interest is still accruing on the loan, but the difference is with the reverse, interest is accruing and you're not paying it off, whereas you and your mortgage, your interest is accruing, but you're paying it off with a monthly payment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's an option. A lot of clients are hitting that box right now.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, like you just choose the mortgage category. We're going to talk about it.
There's so much,
There's
and like
so
I've
much.
looked at mortgage calculators, and it's like, yeah,
No,
like,
I'm the mortgage calculator. Just come to me. Come on.
but like as in like, hey, if you put more money in, this is how much less you're gonna pay in interest, and it's like actually pretty significant.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you can even just up your payments to accelerated or prepay even like 1 or 2 mortgage payments a year, like you would be surprised at how much interest you save and what you knock down on your amortization, going from like a 25-year amortization to like a 23-year amortization.
And you can put lump sums down per year,
Yep,
right?
yep,
It's
you
like a
can put-
max.
Yeah, your lender's 15%.
Okay.
Yeah, so
There you
you
go.
can increase your payments by 15. You can make lump sum payments. There's one other way you can do it too.
Okay.
And it's 15% of up to your original mortgage balance on like day one. So 15% of your original mortgage you can prepay a year. It doesn't carry forward to like year 2 if you didn't use it year 1. But still, yeah. If you ever want me to run a calculation of like, hey, we have like $5,000, like, is it better put down on the mortgage or whatever? I can do that.
Yeah, I saw this financial person talking about like putting it on a mortgage versus investing in it.
Investments, like
Because like on average it's an 8% return in the stock and blah blah
Exactly.
blah. So are you saving money putting it in stocks, or are you saving money paying your mortgage so you're not paying interest? And it was
it depends on the interest rate. Right?
yeah.
It really depends on the interest rate
Yeah.
and what your rate of return is for your investment and when you locked in for your mortgage. Like people that locked in at like 1.9%, like this is a freaking no-brainer. You
Stock
don't-
market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put it into your investments, right? And I have people that come to me and ask me that, and I'm like, let me set you up with a financial planner. I have a name of a really good guy, okay? Like,
Yeah. I had a bunch of stuff in Wealthsimple, and this was before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hit, it plummeted, and then I had to pull it for a down payment. So I
Yeah.
actually lost like $2,000-$3,000.
But you have the house.
But I have a house,
Yay.
sort of.
That's going to be fully done inside, and then we'll just think about what that valuation is going to be when you sell.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I know there's housing going in Langton, like a whole, so I hope maybe that'll help.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
see.
and it's going to be brand new.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm also flipping the garage, so there's that. Like
you
I'm
doing
gonna
with the
put
garage?
it. I'm gonna put the studio in the garage because there's a detached garage. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna put the
That'll be
studio in
nice.
there.
Wow. I mean, you could always like add an ADU on. Like I don't know what's the garage like. How big is it? You could turn that into an ADU, get rental income.
Well, that was my thinking. If I like, there won't be any plumbing going to it,
Oh, okay.
but I'll have like enough for you can charge an EV car in there, or it's gonna be fully insulated.
Oh, great.
So it just won't have plumbing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did the plumbing piece, you could turn into an ADU, and then if you went to sell, like my goodness, that adds even more value.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I
more
know
money,
it's more money, and, it's,
and I don't need a washroom in there.
I know.
And if I'm
yeah.
there gonna be there for the next 5+ years, like, why put plumbing in it if I'm not gonna use
It's
it?
true. It's true. We have all these ideas when it comes to our property. As
Yeah.
Well. I'm like,
And it's not big enough for me to want to take a chunk out for a bathroom.
mm-hmm.
Be like putting a bathroom in here. It'd be kind of weird. So
True. Okay. Fine.
That is
Yeah.
something.
Fine.
or
shoot
just a
down my
urinal
idea.
would be great.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
no big scary guy from Hamilton in there.
No.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
try to get me to do
Did
coke.
he trying to get you to do coke? Oh my gosh,
Oof.
that's crazy. That story's crazy.
Would I have done coke to get out of there, or got my ass kicked? I don't know. I don't know.
Let's wait it out. I mean,
He would have
sounds kind of
murdered me.
he sounds kind of scary.
He was a huge man.
Chances of getting killed by him versus I
Coke.
don't know. Like it might even I don't know.
Imagine I had to do it to get out, and I'm like, guys, we need to leave now. What? I just had to do coke in the bathroom. You're like, sure you did, Drew.
And
sure
I
you
have
did.
10
No.
business plans we have to go home and discuss now.
We need to write 10 business plans now.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped.
Oh my word.
Yeah,
That's
scary,
insane.
scary moment. But
I still wish I went there. I really still wish I went there.
yeah, and the thing is, like, I don't know if a place is gonna replace that. Like, there's not gonna be a place like that.
No, there's not.
Which is a
because-
shame.
Well, because that was literally an institution. Like, how old was that place? Like 100
I don't
plus
know.
years. Like
Yeah, my parents used to go.
ancient.
Yeah.
Like the carpet, the floors were probably 100 years. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it definitely had flavor.
yeah. And there used to be the boardwalk. Do you know about the boardwalk in Port Dover that used to be down there?
No.
Like Louis Armstrong played there.
No.
Yeah, that's where my grandparents met actually.
What?
There used to be this boardwalk by the water. It used to lead onto the water, but it burned down and it was never rebuilt. So
On the private, like on the beach?
yeah,
No.
yeah. You can
way.
look up pictures. So if you go, I'm blanking on the restaurant right on the beach there. Erie Beach.
Erie
Is it Erie
Beach.
Beach? But not the hotel.
Not
It's
the
just called the
hotel.
Erie Beach?
No, it's called something else.
No.
I forget what it's called.
I think it's owned by the
Yeah,
Nectel
it's
family.
owned by the Nectel family with the palm tree.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the palm tree.
Yeah.
I think it used to be there, but if you go in there, they have pictures of all the artists that used to play at this boardwalk location.
And he played there.
Yeah,
And that's where your grandparents met?
yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's where they met. Yeah,
That's adorable.
yeah,
Oh, these like love stories we're hearing today.
yeah. Would have been back in like 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
Somewhere back there.
That's so nuts.
Yeah.
So many like cool little.
Can you try and look that up, Drew?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
What am I looking at? Sorry.
I don't know what it was called. Like the boardwalk.
Or Dover.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah. But like huge artists used to play there. Like people would tour and stop in Dover and play at this place.
What?
Yeah,
That's
back
crazy.
in the day.
We didn't even know Norfolk existed before we started drag that little MLS map out. And then, oh, here he comes. Then we got down here and it's just this special, special place. Like,
I grew up visiting family.
Yeah.
So we would visit my grandfather and aunts and uncles and stuff. But
Yeah.
I didn't grow up through the school systems or had
Yeah.
made friends here.
Mhm.
But I have lots of friends now.
Oh my goodness, you guys have like a great group.
Yeah.
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 A lot of like Long Point people like that you guys met when you worked there. Or
Most
no?
of my
Yeah.
core friend group is all zipline guides and
Yeah.
people working.
Is that how you met
at Adventures.
Eric?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
He's
met
good too.
Eric, Trevor.
Yeah.
Like
Is he
the
gonna come on the pod?
who?
Eric?
He was on,
right,
with
you guys
Ashley.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
was
can't wait to hear that one.
It was super random. We talked about all sorts of stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I think we
gracious.
were talking about Kim Jong Un at some point.
What?
Not even folk related.
Oh my word.
The hard thing with them too is they know me and
Yeah.
there's this like banter
Yeah.
that we do. So I'll be trying to interview them and prompt them questions and then they'll make fun of me. And then they derail the whole conversation that I was trying to
Oh, man.
steer.
Yeah, but that's how you guys work. Like you guys are such a trio.
Yeah. Yeah, we banter back and forth. It's
Do they
sometimes.
gang up on you? Or
Yeah.
do you guys gang
No,
up on
they gang
Eric?
up on me.
They gang up
They
on
gang
you.
up on me. I would say it's more them ganging up on me than any other
Oh my
dynamics. So,
goodness. That's the best.
because I'm like the very creative, I'm gonna spew 30 ideas at you
I love
guys,
that.
shoot down 29 of them, and then stick with one.
And they enjoy shooting down the 29.
Yeah, with passion.
Oh my goodness. This is so good.
With passion.
Oh my
yeah, and,
goodness.
like even if I use a particular type of word or vocabulary, Eric could be like, "Oh, that's a big word for you," and then she'll laugh, and then boom, and then I forget what I'm talking about.
Derailed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I wish she was here today too. That
But
would've been
we
so
we
good.
talked a little bit about Ashley's history and Eric's history and
Mhm.
how they got to do what they do. So
Mhm.
it was a good.
That was a fun one.
It was the first podcast too, so it was a little rusty. We're kind of figuring out the
Yeah.
flow and things like that.
Camera
He's
work
so
was-
good at what he does too.
Oh my God.
Like his logo work and
Yeah.
oh man, I'm so happy with the one that he did. For
I
me.
mean, it's all right. Right?
It's all
It's all right, Eric. They're all right. It's
For the record, I'm talking him up. For the record.
yeah, no, he's and he took industrial design, which isn't
Yeah.
graphic design, but it's similar. He's always sketching
Similar.
and drawing and.
Very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, did he have Arian as a teacher for any of that kind of techie
He did.
design stuff?
He did.
Oh,
I think he had him as an art teacher.
Yeah. So Arian is actually, so he taught photography, comm-tech, like video editing, all that stuff that I don't know really much about. Last year he got a Mac lab for SES.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he fundraised and they got a full
Cool.
Mac lab. And then he switched over to now he's doing full visual arts. He teaches full, so like painting, drawing, like all that stuff. Because he's an artist too, right?
Amazing artist.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
But he's also like in the running to be VP. He's going through all of his stuff right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
What
don't
high
know.
school is he at?
he's at Simcoe Comp.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know how much longer he's going to be in the classroom. He's going to be walking the halls.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'd be a cool vice principal.
Honestly, he's so well rounded and like very, very fair and grounded. Hey, Coop.
Yes.
Hi.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh my goodness.
You want
Sassy boy.
you gonna do your rounds?
Come here.
He's all riled up right now. I don't know why. That's exciting though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
And he actually just did. Have you guys heard of the Waterford skateboard project?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about that
With Mayo, probably.
Yeah, Jason. He was
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
He did a design. He just posted it the other day. And speak of the devil. Not
Oh, is that your
Mayo. This is Hubs.
that your hubby? You can answer if you want. Well, although this is being recorded, so
That's okay. I'll answer it.
okay.
Does he want to be on the pod?
You might want to be on the pod. Were your ears ringing? We were just talking about you on the podcast. Yeah, this is being recorded. Yeah,
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
We were
Nice,
just
that came
talking
in
about
good.
the skateboard project. Yeah, because I'm going to put you on speaker. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just talking about, because Mayo was on the podcast.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Nice,
he did a design, so we were just talking about that, and I was just about to get into your design.
Oh, my design. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you want me to explain it?
Oh, sure. Explain your design. Yes, explain your design.
Heck
Look,
yeah.
you got a bonus guest.
What are you doing? Bonus guest.
Bonus.
Oh, there you go. So my design, Amy Martin came up with it. Kind of. No, she had this idea for the Norfolk Shield to kind of use it, and it's got a couple of birds. I don't know what kind of birds they are, but then I thought, okay, well, I'll take those birds, and then I'll add a whole bunch more local birds kind of flying above, kind of like a topographic map of all of Norfolk, and then have all the little city
Hamlets.
centers or the major hamlets and all that kind of stuff kind of written in.
That's
And
gorgeous,
then
guys, yeah.
and then I asked if we needed to design both sides, and she said, "Sure." Nobody's putting any grip tape on there, so at that point, I thought it might be kind of nice to have more of a collaborative thing where I got all my students to come up with like little characters, little drawings. So I had about maybe 120 of them, and then I kind of picked the ones that were the most interesting and put those on the top. So yeah,
Very creative, eh?
Very cool. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I hope it. Are they going to be raffled off or like auctioned off for money?
I think so. I don't know enough
Yeah.
about the project.
We're just going to pretend. We're going to pretend
Yeah.
right now that they're going to be auctioned off to
Yep.
raise money for the Waterford Skate Park.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
that that's actually what's going to happen.
yeah, that is actually what's gonna happen. I do know that part.
Yeah.
But past that, I don't know much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see him do kickflips and stuff there too.
Yeah, you're going to do some skateboard kickflips at the
Yeah,
park?
that's what my students were afraid of when I brought the skateboard and I told them about the project. They were like, "Mr. Lammers, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Picking up a new hobby."
Oh my goodness. Like, I mean, you are really fantastic at rugby, basketball. I don't know how.
My 6'4" frame fits
Yeah,
on a skateboard.
yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find like the delicate words for this. Yeah,
I would go real
great,
fast.
graceful. You'd be very
I'd-
graceful
I'd
in
be
your
very fast.
falling.
It
Yeah,
sounds like a
like, stop
hospital
it.
visit for me.
Yeah, we think it's a
Yeah.
hospital visit, so you're gonna stay off a skateboard, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, maybe that could be the next guest. A couple of nurses or doctors from the hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nursing you back to health. Oh man.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess you were calling to find out when I'm coming home.
Yes,
'Kay.
just because we were supposed to leave like 45 minutes ago, I thought. But
No,
you know.
no.
We'll wrap it up.
Or can you just call the hotel and ask for early check-in?
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, okay.
They said the rooms are ready now.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay, well.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
See you
Okay, bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, how to hang up this phone? Okay.
Oh yeah, Google.
Just Google Pixel. Seriously, it's crazy. Yeah. So I'll see if I can find a picture.
That was funny. We were talking about that, and then he called.
I know, like his ears must have been ringing. So like I don't know how to use my phone, and nothing is synced properly. But when I find the pictures, oh my gosh, stop! I actually found. Look, so here's the middle crest of one of the sides of the skateboard.
Very cool.
Yeah, here's the middle crest. Can you see that? from that
Oh
far
yes,
away?
yes. And wasn't Jason talking about painting a skateboard?
Yeah, he painted.
So this is all coming together now.
well, that's what that is, isn't
So
it?
look
Isn't that
here.
a skateboard?
Yeah, this is a skateboard.
Okay.
See?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like a.
Oh, I love the Norfolk writing. That's very good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's cool, eh? Like he's honestly a very talented artist. Like again, I went to school for art history, but my first year was fine arts. And when we met, I stopped anything artistic because my ego couldn't take it.
Send me that. I'll put it up.
Yeah.
I can put it up on the pod.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's cool, right?
that is really cool.
Honestly, and I'm not even kidding you. You know how long it took him to do this? Like a day.
I hate that.
Honestly, like exactly. That's why I stopped doing
Taking
anything
so
artistic
long to
because
do
like
that.
I would have to do this because it's that regimented brain, right? Like
Yeah.
I can do this. It's just too good. And here's the full view. And there's like a Norfolk logo in there too.
That's so cool.
That's just one side.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Like so much talent. It's almost sickening actually. Oh look, and here's our dog Cat.
our dog. Hey, look at him chilling.
Hey, he's just chilling.
Oh, nice.
I know. His name is Quill, like a feather, like Quill, but he's a cat. Like, I don't know. Don't ask me.
During that phone call, Cooper just puked beside his tree here. So.
No, he didn't. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh no, Coop.
Well, I switched his food up today, and that could be it. I don't know. He's weird.
Or he's just like, no one's pet me.
No one's pet me.
In like 2 hours,
Oh my gosh,
suffer
he's
the
so
consequences.
I didn't want to distract, but me and Drew were like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I was like,
cute. You know what? I got 2 cats, and as we talked about upstairs, one's a little bit of a. So we see this kind of thing all the time. This is not concerning. I just told you that my dog puked up a squirrel head.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
true.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
True. This is just cat food.
This is just cat food. Like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. So he poops out Nerf bullets. Like,
Right. My dog used to eat crayons and poop out colors.
no.
Purple,
Mm.
blue. And,
Mhm.
anyways, sounds like you have a great night ahead of you.
Yeah,
So,
rooftop pool. I'm trying to convince the kids to just go last minute to the Raptors and just get some like cheap
oh, that
nosebleeds.
would be so cool.
They're not into it.
Really?
They're not into it.
I
They're
mean,
goobers.
like, I don't watch basketball, but I would love to go to a
It's
Raptors
the
game.
experience.
Yeah.
It's not the. She's like, I'm not really into basketball. I'm like, but are you into like fun?
Yeah.
Are you into snacks? Are you into
Yeah.
staying up late?
Soft pretzels and
Soft
beer.
pretzel?
Well, maybe not
I
for
know.
them, but
Are you into like an Uber ride in like
Yeah.
a Tesla?
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Yeah, and there's always like they do stuff in between and
100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be a
Half
Tesla.
court-
I'll get
the
an
half
XL. I'll
court
get an
shots.
Uber Black. Okay, like, can we
Whoa.
just go to the Raptors?
Oh.
Mom will be fancy for a night.
Yeah.
Just let me live.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
but-
maybe you just have to go by yourself.
I don't know if they would let me, but I would.
I have
But-
a mortgage
Okay, you're gonna stay
meeting
here,
at
swim with
the
Dad.
basketball game.
Exactly.
Sorry, bye.
If I do not swim with no, I'm not joking you. She has her bathing suit on already.
Oh,
Oh,
like
that's-
ready to go.
No, she's ready to go. It's underneath her clothes, and it was a little tight, so she went through my bathing suit drawer and got one of my bathing suits, and now yes,
Is she at? She's. Are you similar? She's only like
10.
10. Okay.
She's my height.
Ah,
We went to the movies to see Kung Fu Panda
Yeah.
yesterday, the day before, and it was me, Poppy, and her girlfriend Charlie, and I literally like. She had her arm around my shoulders, okay? Like, that's how it was. We were literally
Aw.
walking down the road like that, and I'm like,
Is she
I'm
gonna get
doing-
like Dad's type of height? You think?
Yes. And I'm gonna be the shortest one
you
in my house.
seem a little disappointed.
Well, I mean, I am a little, but I'm happy for her. But I mean, yeah. Oh my gosh, when we went to the movies, it's me, Poppy, and Charlie, and she's like, 3 kids.
Oh yeah, that must have made you be like, yes.
Yes. Say
Well,
$10.
yes.
Three
Yeah,
children.
I know. And part of me
We
is
are
like,
all
yes,
children.
and then I'm like, well, no. There's one adult. I have the driver's license.
she's
So that's
like,
how
which-
we got here.
Which one?
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
I can drink tequila, bitch. Okay. So-
Exactly. Okay. With a nice hug of the orange and the cinnamon.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, yeah, she said 3 kids. And I'm like, no, I'm an adult.
I'm getting to the point where I'm not ID'd anymore, and it kind of makes me sad.
I'm not gonna lie. I still
Get ID'd?
get ID
That's
from
great,
time to time.
Because
Yeah.
you're only 31. So
I'm only 31, like
Yeah.
pretty much on the cusp,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Simcoe LCBO is really good for that. Every time they do it, I'm like, I love you, girl. You're the best. Yeah, it's like she does it just
Yeah,
Just
to-
she knows.
just to melt
she
my
knows you're
heart.
31, but
Make
Yeah.
she's
your
like,
day.
exactly just to make
"Do you have
my
your
day.
ID?"
So,
Yeah.
like earlier, it's all about your demeanor. If you go up with confidence, like you've bought this 100 times,
Yeah.
they're like, man, I don't need to ID you. This guy knows what
Yeah,
he's doing.
when I'm going in to like buy wine, never. But when I have like my cart full of like twisted teas and like all that kind of stuff, it's like
Jose Cuervo.
I'd like to see your ID.
Yeah, yeah. Where are you going to? A high school party,
yeah,
lady?
exactly. What do we do? We go to the beach. Like, what's happening? Are these roadies? Like, what's going on? Yeah.
I buy all the weird liquor now because I'm making cocktails for every guest. So it's like,
And they're
Whatever was
really
today was
good.
It was
Really
so
good.
good today.
Mine have.
I'm
been
The
so-
really-
Sarita Sunshine,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
really good.
So I think we'll like put the recipes and pictures out on the gram or something like that.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
fantastic. Well, I didn't take that good of a picture of it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
you
I'll be taking a
Oh,
picture.
you'll take
yeah,
a picture.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Okay.
I'll spend a day making them and just take some pictures.
Well, I mean, if you need
Let's just
if you
get-
need a taste
get
tester,
Taste testers?
if you
Yeah,
need
we
a
should
taste
have
tester,
a podcast party.
party.
and do
You know what you should do?
Oh.
The
Just have
people
all the
that were on the first
podcasters.
5 that you're gonna come and we make the drinks and all of us get a picture together.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fun. Every
More
like,
for
like a
socials.
launch party when we drop all the
Yes, a
episodes.
launch party.
Yeah, could do that.
Did we just come up with another good idea?
so many good ideas.
I'm an
Good fun
idea
time.
generator, and
Yeah.
I'm a yes person too, so I'll say yes.
All right, well, that's an idea.
And that's an
Heck
idea.
yeah,
that's an
Launch party, Come on,
Cocktails.
It would be you,
like Mayo would hook
Mayo,
up food for
Amy
sure.
Martin, Eric, and Ashley, and then
That's
us.
a party.
Oh,
That's a party right
dream
there.
team
That's
a
right
party,
there.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a dream team.
Yeah.
Think of how many more ideas will come up.
I
You're the
know.
When we're
last
all
podcast.
together.
Like, we're not going to record anymore. Like, the next step is launching it.
Yeah.
And then.
What's the
yeah.
launch date? Have you guys decided?
We
Before
just-
cruise?
I just have to
during
f-
cruise.
I just have to finish. Well, it'll be before, but
Yeah.
I just have to finish our launch video.
Okay.
Yeah. But
That's
I have to
fantastic.
hire a voiceover artist to do it, so
Mhm.
it shouldn't take too long.
No, that
hopefully.
shouldn't. No,
I just have to actually like do it. Put my head down and do it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
But it's hilarious.
It's good. You know what? You should hire Travis to do it. He has a very good podcast voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be. He does. He's got a deep
It was
voice.
good. It was like very radio.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
hmm
Radio voices.
But I would say next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm really
launch it.
excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll post on social, obviously the Sarita sunrise.
Yes. Rita Sunrise.
I will post that, and then maybe a picture of the three of us together. We could take a selfie before
Yeah.
we go.
Heck
Yeah. Do you want to do one now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How are we gonna do this?
Maybe Drew will take it
From
from over there, or I can take it from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got long arms.
You got long arms. And
I do not have
You
long
know how to
arms.
use that phone, I'm sure.
Oh no, Google Pixel.
I know. You gotta flip it around.
Does the volume button do the
Yes.
like this
Yep.
lower one or
Lower
this
one, I'm pretty
lower
sure.
one? Okay.
I think you can zoom out.
At
Yeah.
the wide angle.
There we go.
There. Yeah.
Okay, I think I got
What
it.
a setup.
Nice.
Oh
That's
my
a
gosh.
good one.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so pumped.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. Anytime anybody thinks of me for anything, it honestly just makes me so happy and warms my heart. I am seriously like a very grateful person. I just
Well, where can people find you? What if they want to hire you as a mortgage broker? Like, what's all your details, your info?
just send out a vibe. No, just kidding. Instagram, it's agent.sarita, Sarita, or saritafree.com. I'm not going to say my phone number on the podcast, but if you go to my Instagram or Facebook or website, my cell's on there. And so is the booking link for my calendar.
Great, and we'll put that in our posts and stuff. so
Yeah,
people
absolutely.
can
And again, there's no charge to work with me. And you know what? Beyond the no fee to work with me, I feel this is a really important piece. Right now, especially with this rate environment, you have people where their banks are offering them renewal offers, and it's rate. If I go through the process with you and it ultimately works out that you can find something better that better serves you elsewhere, there is never, beyond a fee, there is never any pressure from me. We are going to see each other in the grocery store if you're from Norfolk, and we will be friends. And maybe I'll invite you to my new trivia team. I don't know. But there's never any pressure. So if I don't go through the process, and if you don't go through the process with me, one, I don't have the ability to grow my business and help you. And you don't have maybe the opportunity for that education piece. But again, if you ultimately decide to go elsewhere, that is fine. So no pressure and no fee.
That's great. Well
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Well
Thank
said.
you. Well, thank you
Okay,
for having
well,
me on.
Thanks
guys.
for coming on.
This was great.
All
oh
right.
my goodness.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Until next time.
Hey, you. You're listening to Just
It works
Drew.
as an outro too.
Just Drew.